Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, everyone. A stand-up comedy podcast in Astoria, New York. Almost Manhattan, but not quite. My name's David Bakker. It's the week of December 11th, 2023. Thank you for clicking on this episode. Subscribe if you want. We're going to interview every comic in the city. Very good interview today. I don't have a guest with me to read the intro. I wish I did because it's less awkward than me just sitting alone talking to a camera. But that's okay. We'll get Alexis next time or somebody else to help me with my notes and brag about the guest. Hope you had a good weekend. I did have a good weekend. We did a little show. Shout out Alex Tomaselli. We did a show out in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, which was so fun. Oh my gosh. The people of the suburbs, it was amazing, a great time, I feel good. I'm excited for Christmas. Hope you guys are too. Christmas shopping, I got to do all mine still. Hope you guys are getting ready. I don't know, but anyway, guest today, very good dude. He's just got great vibes. New friend of mine in Queens. Give it up. Very funny. Jimmy McCullough. Jimmy McCullough. A man with a last name who his girlfriend thinks is sexy. McCullough. Just kind of rolls off the tongue. Jimmy is a college senior. He's about to graduate. I think he's currently writing a 20-page research paper. He's literally like in the home stretch. So we got a young one. He's Italian, mostly Irish, Polish, Scottish. He's a white European mutt. Jimmy, just a great dude. He's been doing comedy for just over a year, living in Queens, from Long Island. He's currently working at Stand Up New York, and he's a showrunner. That's what I say. If you go to Stand Up New York, you'll see Jimmy's smiling face at the door. And he's also running his own mic, the Voltage mic, which is every Thursday at Stand Up New York at 5:30. Go out, support that mic. I don't even think there's a charge for it. So, yeah, try out your material. Check out that mic. We had a great time. Jimmy's just a guy who, I don't know, super easy to talk to, super chill, very positive and happy. And, very fun to talk to you. So it's a great interview. I think you'll enjoy it. We open up. He opens up with a crazy story, and I won't spoil it, but a comic had a major health incident on stage. This guy was an older open mic guy with a sus vibe, as Jimmy says, and ended in an ambulance. Crazy. So we talk about that. Jimmy tells us that story. Talk about 9/11 dispatch in New York and how they're a little different than 9/11 dispatch elsewhere in the country. We share stories about meeting Mark Normand, comedy, getting kicked out of the green room. I got kicked out of the green room. And actually, yeah, so did Jimmy. Yeah, what not to say to comics that are ahead of you. We talk about comedy advice. Good little nugget about this is something he got from a why are you lying on stage? Yeah, liars. You got to tell the truth. What are our definitions of hack? Alexis drops in. What else? Yeah, you see Alexis. She has a little cameo. She likes those. We also talk about Jimmy's brother. Kind of a Superbad reference, but Jimmy's brother out in California, he builds surfboards from scratch. So we got a nice little plug in there. If you're looking for a surfboard and you're in California, look up Monarch Surfboards on Instagram. That's Jimmy's brother. Yeah. It's linked below as well. But yeah, dude, we just had a great time. It was a good vibe. And we went for 2 hours. So buckle up. It's a long one. But thank you for listening. Put it on, turn your brain off, sit in your cubicle. You know, it's a good time. And follow Jimmy. He's hilarious. Really good dude. All right. Not going to shout out local shows per usual, but if you're from Greenville, South Carolina, keep supporting Greenville SC Comedy. Follow them on Instagram. They got all the shows down there. And, I love seeing those shows. Actually, being in Pennsylvania last night and seeing, like, that vibe of that, just out there in the world, like, reminded me, like, of Greenville and all the shows in the Carolinas. It's all the same. All the shows are the same everywhere. So keep grinding down there. Like it's awesome. Everybody's doing the same thing comedy wise. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was what I realized. You know, just comedy's comedy. All right. Does that mean anything? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you enjoy my interview with Jimmy McCullough. Here it is. What are these speakers for? They're for making noise. It's the speakers. They're for stand-up, and we're going. Welcome to the show, Jimmy.
Hell yeah, dude.
What's your last?
Just go.
McCullough?
Yeah.
That's not right, is it?
No, it is. Say it again.
Is it McCullough? Jimmy McCullough?
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah, Jimmy McCullough.
Try to spell it. Nope.
MCCOUGH.
It's close. Okay, so it's MCCULLOUGH.
Hell yeah.
It's a hard one. It's I saw it yesterday. You know how you don't see your last name for a while until you write it down?
Yeah.
You know, my parents got a new fireplace.
Ooh.
They're moving up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you get a new?
So
did they
whatever they
bust one down into
exactly.
the living room?
They tore that shit down and put a new one up. Yeah, dude. So that shit was expensive. They've been doing that like it's a gas fireplace.
And this is in Long Island?
Yeah, and that was like my dad's like, we made it.
Yeah.
We got a fucking gas fireplace in the crib.
Dude. That's a status symbol.
They put my sister got like a really nice Christmas present last year. So this lady in our town takes you know like those certain roofs that have like tile on the roof?
Yeah.
It's like slate.
Yeah.
So she takes them off of like old houses that get like torn down and she paints them and then puts like anything you want on it.
Okay.
But they put McCullough on it and I was like, damn. That's a kind of. I was reading.
They put McCullough on the roof.
Yeah. No, on. No. So one of the pieces of slate my sister bought from this lady, and she painted it.
Right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
She's just
it's been a long week.
She's climbing on roofs, just painting people's names. Like,
who lives here? Fucking McCullough.
Yeah, and they're paying for it.
No, that's sweet. Okay, so it's like a keepsake of.
And it sits in front of the fireplace.
Okay.
But I haven't seen my last name in a while for some reason, and I was like. It is. It's weird. It's like it has like an elegant touch to it, you know.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend, she'll put my contact as Jimmy McCullough sometimes. I'm like, why do you have my last name? She's like, it's kind of hot. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Your girlfriend says this?
Yeah. So I love McCullough. My real name's James, but I don't go by that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. McCullough. Wait, so you said your girlfriend says your last name in this hot?
Yeah. She, like sometimes, I guess when she's feeling herself.
Jimmy McCullough.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
She's going to start saying her last name or her name with the last name. Yeah.
I just start calling her just her last name. Like a fucking football team. Yo,
McCullough. Hey, McCullough. Yeah.
How do you say Bakker, right?
Bakker, yeah. And I got 2 K's in the last name, which throws some people off. Yeah, B-A-K-K-E-R.
Okay. I thought it was B. Okay.
So you got the double C's.
It set me off.
What's the what?
It set me off. I didn't know that.
It set you off?
I thought it was just 1K.
It's the Dutch spelling. Yeah.
You're Dutch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what they say it in the Netherlands. It's like a bakery is spelled with 2 K's.
Really?
And, yes.
So who's from?
Dude,
I'm so stupid. I was like, who's from Dutch?
I thought, we had a Michigan thing in here, but it's a map.
Yeah.
But both my folks are from West Michigan. And
okay.
It's a Dutch settlement, and both of them are extremely Dutch. I think my mom's like 100% Dutch, and my dad is like, 80 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, tons of Dutch people.
Hell yeah,
Michigan.
Yeah. So I'm from Long Island. Long Island's like.
Yeah. What are you guys?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah. So I'm Italian.
Okay.
Mostly Irish.
Italian,
Irish, Polish. A little bit of Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. But I remember when I was on my first date.
European.
Yeah, exactly.
White.
Yeah.
Mutt.
Yeah. When I was on my first date with my girlfriend, I was like, I'm basically like a mutt. She's like, no, you're just white.
Yeah.
I was like, you're right. Okay.
No, those are great countries, I think.
Yeah,
good looking guy.
Thank you, man,
just
you too.
crushing it. Yeah, I appreciate
it. Alexis, close the door.
Yeah. just a couple. Yeah.
Couple guys getting down.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
McCullough.
Dude.
I like it. So, dude, you came in and said you have this awesome story.
Okay.
So I'm dying to know.
Okay, so I don't want to say the club just in case shit like happens after, but
is it that? It's sensitive. Oh boy.
Yeah. So it's the one near where I live.
Right.
So you know that.
And where I live.
Yes.
Near where we both live.
And everyone knows.
There's like one.
But anyway.
There's like two that it could be.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay. So it's a bucket mic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went up second. Doesn't happen usually for me, as
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Usually both go last. And so it's the 10:45. I'm just giving it away. So it's the late
It's
night
a club nearby that does bucket mics at 10 o'clock. And I already said it's Friday.
These are just hints.
So
We'll just won't say the name.
On
That's
a
all.
Thursday, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's the last round. There's only like 3 comics in the last round. So this guy goes up, older fella,
Yeah.
wearing all black. It's kind of like a sus vibe. I was like, "What's this guy's deal?"
Yeah.
He was like talking to himself at the table, like sitting by himself, talking to himself. And he goes on stage, and so he's just like, immediately just forgets his jokes. He's like, I just don't know I just forget what I wrote.
Right.
And he, that
no
happens.
big deal. Happens. We see it. Yeah.
I thought it was normal. So he picks up his set list of jokes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I just can't read. I just can't read these jokes.
Uh-huh.
So he just like, all right, whatever. And he starts riffing, and then really weird joke, made everyone uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
just eating shit basically on stage.
Felt
Felt really bad. And then my buddy, who I was waiting to go up for, he went. So he was like, all right, yo, Jimmy, I'm gonna go. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go too. I was just waiting for you.
You had already gone up at this point.
Exactly.
So you were like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave. Okay.
Yeah. So I followed him
as the guy was still on stage.
as the guy was still on
Okay.
stage. So I walked out, said bye to the owner, said bye to a comic. I went outside, and my buddy Chris wasn't behind me. I was like, all right, whatever. And I had like a little bit of a roach left that I just wanted to smoke quick.
Sure. Yeah.
So I was smoking it, whatever.
Yeah.
And this comic comes out, like really ecstatic, like daps me up, like very like in a hype sense.
That was what was the guy who was on stage?
No, not the
or a
guy.
different guy.
So the guy,
Okay.
that guy's still on stage.
Yeah.
So the comic from before, he comes out, he's like, yo, like I've never said a word to this guy before. He's like, yo, like great writing, man. Like your writing's getting so much better. I'm like, thank you. Like, and I know I'm slacking at writing, so I was like, that's not true.
Right. And also, how does he know you? Like,
exactly.
How does he gonna make a
Yeah. So
comment on your progression?
But like,
yeah.
and then he goes, after he says like, good writing, blah, 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 you're getting better. I was like, oh, thank you, man. You too. And he goes, by the way, that guy collapsed on stage. Dude, I ran back on stage, and my buddy Chris, that was supposed to be a step behind me, was holding this guy up by the armpits. The host was holding up his legs, and like 3 other comics were just like standing there, like trying to pick this guy up. He was like completely having a stroke.
Fuck, dude.
On stage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. So
So was he convulsing?
No, not like that. Like he was literally just like, he was like kind of speaking, but he was like literally he would look up for a second and then just right back down.
Yeah.
But when he was up, he was like, his right side like couldn't move.
Oh my.
So that's why everyone was like, I was having a stroke.
Holy shit.
But dude, the thing is, like throughout I was only there for like a minute and a half, but I must have took a step outside and he fell.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know till that guy came, but that comic left.
Wow.
And I was like, and you're leaving?
Yeah.
But
shit, dude.
yeah, but we like looking back, we saw it happening.
Yeah.
He was like, I just can't read my jokes. So I just feel a little bit off tonight. And
so that's what was going on.
That's what was going on.
His brain was slipping,
Yes.
and it was going into this stroke.
Yeah, exactly.
So he literally couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my buddy Chris has like a Marine background, so I'm guessing he probably went through like some medical training in the past. So he kind of held it down. So shout out Chris on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I like ran in and I was like, what should I do? Should I call 911?
Yeah. Did they call an ambulance?
Yeah, I called the ambulance.
You did.
Yeah.
Dude, Jimmy, look at him
Hell
on the
yeah,
spot, dude. Jimmy.
By the way, shout out fucking NYPD.
NYPD.
Whoever answered the dispatch.
I hate the NYPD.
Very
right now,
calm.
but that's another story.
Dude, one time on Long Island, there was a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and my family, like all together. Like my brother lives in California. He was home. We were all together in the car. I don't know where we're going. Like bad accident.
Yeah.
We saw it. My dad decided to be a hero and like turn around and just like threw us all into some trauma. Like this lady's like arm was like bent and like.
Because your dad went to help out.
Yeah. So he like turned out the car.
Yeah.
He turned around the car and like got out.
Hell yeah.
But I called 911 for that too, and the fucking Long Island dispatch was like not helpful at all.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to send anyone.
I was like, I don't know, I'm like looking around, like Ray's Auto Body.
Did they act like annoyed? Like, all right, you need us to.
Yeah, like, sir, where is the address? I'm like, I don't know. I just pulled over.
Dude, that's a nightmare to me to think
Yeah.
about having to call 911 in New York. Like I haven't yet, but like, yeah. they'd be
Thank
like,
God. I mean,
Jesus, this better be a fucking emergency.
Yeah.
Like that, I could see that being
Yeah.
the tone.
But
of the
they
person
were
on the
super calm, and
dispatch.
they like sent someone. They
Yeah.
came in like 5 minutes. The guys came sprinting in. It was
Yeah.
cool though, because like
The guy last night you're talking.
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it was cool because like a lot of the comics like stood around and like helped. He was
Yeah.
a big guy, so like everyone like
Mhm.
helped like put him on the stretcher. So it was cool to see everyone like
Yeah.
contributing.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah,
a
dude.
positive story. I don't
Yeah.
think.
I had a crazy day yesterday, dude.
Yeah.
And
That is
the morning. I went down to Greenwich Village for a mic,
okay.
and you know Stevie Van Zandt.
Yes, I think.
Silvio from The Sopranos.
Oh, no. Do you have your phone?
Yeah, I do. So he's Silvio
If you can pull it up
from
while
The
we're talking, that'd
Sopranos,
be
but
good.
he's also
I gotta watch The Sopranos. That's been wrecked. That's been
Yeah,
wrecked to me like
I
several
watched it like
times.
2 years ago. I gotta watch that again. Silvio from The Sopranos. Oh, it's Stevie. I just told you his name, and I'm looking up his character.
Google him if you're
this guy.
listening. Ah, okay. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
him. I know him.
So I was walking in Greenwich Village, and he just like sprinted out of a fucking parking garage, and I was like, oh. And for a second, I forgot his name, and I was like, oh, hey, Stevie. And he was like, hey, and he kept walking. And then I went to a mic, you know, bombed, and then
Oh, fuck off. Jimmy doesn't bomb.
and then I left.
How could this guy bomb? Look at it. Look at his face. Look at his nice little
Dude,
face.
I'd be bombing lately.
I'd be bombing.
I'd
I'd
be
be bombing
bombing.
too.
Yeah.
It happens.
But I left, and then I walked down the street, and fucking Mark Norman, dude.
Did you
swear
say
to-
what's up to him?
Yeah, I said, what's up, Mark? Fist bumped him. And he goes, I swear to God. He goes, fist bump. Hey, comedy. And I was like, yeah. Dude.
God damn
I didn't think
it.
he'd actually like
Yeah.
say it in person, but he,
Dude,
I called my buddy, and he was like, dude, he really is an NPC. Just like, hey, comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
an NPC.
He's in the character at all times.
Oh God, that's rough.
Yeah.
I have a Mark Norman story. I met
it.
him. This was, I said it on the podcast, but it was ages ago. This was like episode 4. This was like, I don't know,
What is this?
episode 135.
Really? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's sick.
Yeah, plugging along. But this was I was like 3 months into comedy, and I was like working at this comedy club in Greenville, and same place where I met Keckner for the Anchorman thing.
Okay.
So we get real excited when there's a headliner coming through, and Jalen, my buddy, was DJing, and I was also helping out. So it's such a small club that like you say what's up to the headliner, and like you ask them like, hey, when do you want the light? You know, what do you want music when you come up? Do you have any?
So you were in the
specific-
booth.
Yeah, but this
That's
is
what I was doing,
this was
yeah.
before the show had started.
Yeah.
So
But you were like basically show running.
basically, yeah. So there's like nobody in the club yet. Like they arrive usually like an hour or so
Yeah.
before the first show. This is like on a Thursday.
Is it a club where they usually do like the Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Thursday? Yeah. So he was there all weekend. So I think he was there. Maybe this was a Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday through Sunday. Like it depends on where they're at. And this was a few years ago, so Mark wasn't quite as big as he is now. But
yeah,
but we all still fucking fanboy
it's comics.
out.
Yeah, he's
over him.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a guy who's opening for him. I forget his name. His name's Chris something, black dude. But anyway, it was Mark.
Narrows it down.
Yeah, it was just so black dude. That guy isn't important. Mark Norman's important to this story. Oh god, yeah. So I saw Mark walk in, and he was at the bar, and I was starting. I'm such a bitch about celebrities, dude. I fangirl out so
Really?
much. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, dude, there he is, dude. And Jalen was like, do you want to go say what's up to him? Because my buddy Jalen, he's black dude. He knew who Mark Norman was, but like,
Didn't really care.
I think he just likes black guys. I don't know. Fucking.
Is he a comic too?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jalen was fucking hilarious. And anyway, so he's like, yeah, you want to go meet him? I was like, oh, sure. So we walk over there and fist bumped him and just said what's up. And he said, are you guys comics? And I said, yeah. And then Chris said, you guys want to come hang out in the green room? And I was like, shit, yeah. So go down there. We're in the green room just talking. And Mark's like asking us questions about like the area, the town. Like what could he say about?
You were still living there at the time, obviously.
Yeah, I was still living there. Yeah, and then Jalen left, and then I guess I maybe overstayed my welcome because Jalen's like he had to come down.
Dude,
and,
I have a story about that. So
he said, David, could you come help me with something? And then I was like, I didn't really realize, but he was like getting me out of there.
yeah,
And then Mark said, hey, you're doing us a favor. And like, as I was just giving me shit.
that's funny.
Yeah,
That's a good story.
Yeah.
So I had the same situation as you. Kind of. They didn't call it show running. I was just like in the booth, like doing the lighting. People.
Sound.
Yeah, because
Lighting.
it's the same shit. 5 shows, same guy.
Where's this at?
Stress Factory in Bridgeport.
Oh
Connecticut.
shit, yeah, okay.
So, so we had a green room, and I got to host a good amount. And
Hell yeah.
I hosted for Pete Coriale, like super Italian guy from Long Island, great guy. And I did okay. I was like a few months into comedy, and I just did 5 minutes on the top.
Yeah, as MC.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
You're great at that, probably.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
All you gotta
that.
do is talk to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he didn't see my set, but I don't think he didn't bring a feature or anybody. So it was really like just me.
You and him.
Yeah. And so my manager comes up to me. He's like, Pete wants you. And I was like, okay. And I was setting up for the next show because it's 2 nights, two shows a night. And Pete's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, this is my favorite part of comedy, fucking hanging with the fucking comics in the green room. I'm like, I'm working.
So he wanted to hang with you.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I went in, and like I said, I was only like 4 months in at the time.
Yeah.
So I had like my best joke at the time was like this hacky joke about how like when I was putting my dog down, like all I could think about was like no more peanut butter blowjobs. So stupid, dude. But like
that's funny.
It's good, but like I just like hated saying it after like 3 weeks. So he didn't see my set.
Yeah.
So I was literally telling him my set. And like 30 seconds in, he's like, honestly, I don't give a fuck. and then after that,
dude, isn't that great? Isn't that great, dude?
And then I went into the room like for the show, and then I was just like standing there in the showroom, like seating people, and then he comes into the room, makes eye contact with me, pauses, and closes the door and turns around. And I was like, he really just doesn't want to talk anymore. So I got kicked out of the green room too.
You didn't pass the vibe check?
Yeah. He was a great guy though, dude. And
dude, it's so funny. How do you be in a room with like, a celebrity comics that's light years ahead of like where you are? Like,
I was just like trying to get advice, but I was just like spewing my shitty material.
Yeah.
But he was not. No, he wasn't nice about it. He was like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I just want to hang and talk about whatever. Like,
yeah, dude. And also, my bad. But also, I didn't like eat that day because working at comedy clubs, like you get out late and like on the weekends, like your schedule's just fucked because you go to sleep at like 3. But I didn't like eat that day, and I remember being like delusional talking to him. And like just disassociating,
right? Like, and being your
like,
mind is spacing,
and being like, I'm sitting in this green room with Pete Coriale talking to him, and I'm just like not
words.
there, yeah. So him like not being positive to what I was saying was like even worse. And then I went on.
I could see him just having a blank stare, like,
yeah. And he was talking, and I was like, I have no clue what you're saying. And I was just chugging a Sprite, and that was the only thing my body had. I had no food in my body, dude. And then I went on stage and did my most delusional set ever, and yeah.
Did it fuck with you? Like after you had that interaction, had to go up again? Or?
No, it kind of, because he was like, all right, I'll sit in for your set. And at the joke, not at the joke. At the time, I had a joke. It was just like, my mom makes more money than my dad. And then I would pause and then be like, yeah, she's a stripper. And then after the show, he was like, wait, your mom's not a stripper. Come on. Don't be fucking lying on stage. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the joke again.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think who gave that advice? Mateo Lane. I remember seeing. You know him? He's a seller guy. He's fucking great. We saw him in Charlotte, and I don't know what kind of guy he is off stage, but he said like he tries to never like lie on stage.
Yeah.
But
didn't the comic just get like exposed for like lying?
Yeah, one guy. He was like some what was he?
Late night.
Some Indian guy.
Hassan?
I don't know. This is why I need a fucking like producer, dude.
Yeah. Pull it up, Jamie.
Pull it up, Jamie. Yeah. No, but I think the guy who got busted for that like was really lying. Like he totally fabricated a story.
Yeah, I think
that
made
like
up
made him like the victim of oppression that he wasn't the victim of, which is like kind of fucking shitty to do. Yeah. I don't know. I think what your guy was saying was like, because I would have jokes like that too, like when I first started, of like totally fake. And the whole point hinged on it being fake and the misdirect. Like that's what the joke is. Like sometimes now I feel like it's funny to like have absurd jokes that are obviously fake, but like and then you intermingle and it's clear you're doing it tongue in cheek and like
but like
I don't know,
dude. I don't know. I feel like that's just comedy. So it's like somewhat a fabrication of the truth.
Yeah,
you gotta. Not everything is. If everything was 100% But that's what it is. You're supposed to find something that's not funny and make it funny. So it's like
Yeah.
you got to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And if it comes from a true place, like,
then it's
I don't
fun.
know,
If
everything-
the root of the
yeah,
joke
if
is
you
true,
think it's funny and you're fucking around and you actually fucking think it's fun, it's
yeah,
true.
yeah,
you
but
know, in a different kind of way.
like
It's
if you
true.
like make up a scenario though where you're like, this guy, he almost stabbed me on the street. But like, I don't know, that's a stupid example. But like,
yeah, so
that
guy
didn't
passing out a
happen.
total lie to that. This is fucking. Yeah, be going, dude. Yeah, no, I can't not fucking tell the truth. I don't. Yeah, I feel hacked sometimes in that way. Like, I feel like I don't even really write. I just document what happens,
Yeah.
and then like,
What's like your definition for a hacky? Or just hacky?
Probably just uninteresting.
Okay. For
like,
me, it's
Yeah,
gross.
gross.
Yeah. When I first
Some gross shit.
yeah.
Is
like
it?
I didn't like know what hacky meant for a while,
Yeah.
and it's just like, that's why I asked your definition. Like my definition is just like me when I like cringe and be like, ooh, that's just not
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
you
Like
know?
super gross.
Yeah.
Like,
But like the peanut butter blowjob joke, like I felt was hacky just because.
did you actually get peanut butter blowjobs from your dog?
Come
on. We all did. I mean, I'm just kidding.
fucking chocolate lab? They got the best tongues. Dude, come on.
Is that assault? I don't even know. I don't know. Louis C.K.'s got a joke about it. Like
Yeah, he did it to animals and
he
people,
said
so.
letting a dog lick peanut butter off his ball. And he said, I don't know if let is the right word. I think I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. He's like, seriously, dude?
You
All
gotta put
right,
it
fuck
there.
it. I don't
You have
care.
to put it there. That's so funny. Anywhere else?
Dude, as a teenage kid, fuck it. I don't think I didn't really have a
I don't feel
dog.
bad about it.
I didn't have a dog at those ages, thank God.
Dude, I grew up with a dog. It's weird not having one.
I babysat for people with dogs.
Hell
though.
yeah.
And I would,
Yeah, fucking. Was it organic peanut butter though? You could at least have a healthy dog. Isn't it weird that they could fucking down peanut butter but they can't have any chocolate?
Yeah.
What a dumb breed.
What? Yeah. What is it about the chocolate? The chemical in the chocolate? That
I
like
guess,
fucking,
dude. Fucking
yeah.
THC.
Yeah.
My dog used to love edibles.
Yeah.
Well, she loved it. Labs like are notorious for eating anything.
Mhm.
But once like my
This
brother.
is a family dog or
Yeah,
this
family
dog?
dog,
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, one time
That
my
passed
brother.
away.
Yeah, she
R.I.P.
was.
Yeah.
I think she was like 13 and a half.
That's a good long life.
Yeah, dude, she was
Yeah.
fucking the best. But yeah, it's weird not having it. Like because I was 7 when we got her.
Mm-hmm.
So like in my recollection of knowing life, like all I knew was a dog. I'm 21, so
But you had it for 12 years, 7.
yeah,
That's most of your formative years of.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like everything I could remember.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I'm not living with my parents anymore. But when I was, like it was weird to like walk downstairs and like not see the dog.
Yeah.
Literally it was like every day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, she's not there. Like it took
Yeah.
a while
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
my whole life.
It's comfort. Did the dog sleep with you?
Yeah, I let her sleep with me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely hard to lose something like that.
Yeah,
If the
dude.
dog is, cuddles with you, licks your dick, like it's like a
all
lot-
the good things.
like that's an.
Eats your ass. Oh, you're such a good dog. I've been trying to work on this bit about how you know what smut is?
Smut?
Yeah,
Is that when you shit on people?
I guess.
I think that's scat. Bye, Alexis.
Have fun. Good luck.
Yeah.
Host the shit out of the mic.
Yeah. Bye, fam. Do you want to? Yeah. all right. Do you want to say hi or something?
So what did you think about the story that I said? The guy collapsing on stage.
Yeah, you have to get real low. Get down by.
What is this? My dog?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the peanut butter?
So what do you think? What do you think?
I think that people bring strokes on themselves.
So
The bad thing
The
was
guy
he was
deserved
bombing
it.
so bad. And my dumbass was like, my buddy Chris, who I'm pretty sure has medical background. I was like, you think it was because he was so uncomfortable? And he was like, no, he had a stroke, you fucking idiot.
do you think it's our fault because we should have laughed? At
Yes!
something?
I was like, should I have laughed at that punchline? He was like, oh, that's just... At one point, he was like, well, that one didn't turn over. Or something like that.
And then he turned over.
And then he turned over, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I hope,
Did
yeah.
he die? We
No,
don't know.
no. But he... I hate talking about this, but when he was like rolling out on the stretcher, like his nipple was out, and I was like...
Why? Why was his nipple out?
Because like we literally like, he was like like 6 people like picking him up and putting him on the stretcher.
Oh, so he was just all like
So-
fucking.
yeah, and he was not. He was just like limp.
Oh.
Got a free show. Bye, guys.
All right.
But yeah,
Dude.
yeah, it's like they like put a seat like belt on him.
Yeah.
And like the belt just like his nipple was out. And it was hard. Maybe like, I don't know if you get a stroke, your nipples get hard. Or maybe he was just I don't know.
Maybe.
The guy was interesting though. I don't know.
Yeah,
I hope he's okay.
But yeah, okay. So back to the family.
Back to what
dog
we were
thing.
talking about.
Yeah, back before the dumb bitch fucking interrupted us.
Yeah, go host your mic.
She's my roommate. It's fine. Yeah, dude, our family dog just died.
Oh yeah,
I think I've
about that.
talked about it on stage. Yeah, it's it was interesting. Interesting Thanksgiving.
Are you still doing that joke?
I suppose. I think the story still is relevant. I'm still trying to figure out what the story means, because that to me is what makes it funny. Like to me, the funny part was like the fact that like it's weird when a parent, because this was not the dog of the childhood. This was the dog they got like 5 years ago when I was well out of the house, and most of the kids were too. So like the fact that my dad was so shook up about this way more than we were, just because we didn't spend as much time around.
Wait, so how old was the dog?
The dog was only 5.
Really?
And this is what's fucked up too about the breed that it happened. It's a golden doodle, which is like the hypoallergenic.
Yeah.
Everybody loves them, and they like engineer it to be this certain way. But like there might be something wrong about how they're breeding these things. Because since Marley died, like we've heard a lot of stories of golden doodles dying at like that 5-year mark, and they're just full of tumors and shit.
Really?
So like, we wonder if like, there's something fucked up about
I think
that breed.
They're like so like mixed to get to where they are. You know what I mean? Like there's so many like steps of dog sex to get to where they are. That's
for sure.
Maybe it's just like so.
And maybe there's incestuous crossover. Like,
literally.
I mean, how close is anybody actually watching the dogs that are fucking?
Not.
Like,
They're not. Dogs are like,
and this is bad to say, but to be totally honest, Marley didn't seem that smart to me. Like dude, she didn't.
She have a brain tumor?
I don't think brain tumor. I think she was just fucking dumb as fuck. Like, I think she was just, I don't know. There wasn't anything behind the eyes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like some dogs, I feel
lights
like
are on, but nobody's home.
Right. Like I just be like Marley. Oh, and she just like and just spaz out, or like, I mean, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like.
I feel like
you watch her run, and I'm like, this could be like a fucking show dog.
Yeah,
like
fucking slow-mo that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, female dogs are the way to go.
Yeah. Because you're not gay, so you don't want a guy dog licking your sack. Like, what are you gonna?
Like, dude, that shit's gas. Keep going. Want a treat, dog? D-O-double-G. But I've heard like male dogs are just like too much for some people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you dap up your dog.
What's that?
After a fucking blowjob, you're like, good shit.
Dude, dap him up.
You get an extra scoop of food.
Oh my
Same shit.
God.
That's the only thing I hate about like suburban dog owners is they just give their dog like shit.
Yeah, what should a dog be eating? Is the standard dog food bad for him?
I don't know. It's just like, just think about it as like a human. Like there's no way you're supposed to be eating the same thing every day coming from a bag, Like there's still like, living like mammals. They need just as we need good things, they need good things too.
100%.
But like there's all those companies now, but like Farmer's Dog, where it's like meat, like raw meat, like just for the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually heard some, like my buddy Danny takes really good care of his dog.
Okay.
And he tried the food, like the meat that they send for the dog, and he's like, it's the worst meat I've ever had. And he cooked it, and he made like a full-on steak for himself. And he was like, it was ass.
And that meat was from like one of these companies that's making some stuff.
I'm pretty sure it was the Farmer's Dog. I see ads on that all the time.
Yeah. I guess the assumption I always had was, well, their palate's different. They're not humans, but it's really not, though. I mean, shit tastes like shit, right?
My dog ate salmon for fucking 13 years.
What?
Yeah, like the salmon.
Salmon?
Not like legit like salmon like itself, but like however they put salmon in those little triangle fucking dog food.
Okay.
But she was like, she would get like body tumors if she had like chicken or like meat or like weird shit like that. But
okay, man,
yeah, I miss her, man.
Yeah, dude, dogs. There's more than meets the eye. Hey, shit on Marley being dumb, but I actually like. I don't know if you've had this experience, but like, how long you doing comedy?
A year.
A year. Okay.
A year and like 2 months, I think.
Shit, yeah. I don't know. I get fucking weird about like the what's happening to a comedian as they continue to do stand up, like over time. And one thing I think you like notice shit more, or like you try to be more in tune with like the vibe of people, like because you want to know like, is the crowd like, where are they at? Like you get hypersensitive to that. And I feel like the longer I do stand up, the more I like fucking love dogs.
Yeah, dude.
Because
hell yeah.
the energy that they're giving off is not nothing.
Yeah.
It's not just
you
like,
kidding
it's
me?
a fucking dog, just dismiss them.
Dude.
They're like really, like you get on their level and like you can kind of like, you know,
Dude, they're
feel
totally-
if they're anxious or
Yeah.
if they're happy or if
Yeah.
they're chill.
They're totally
and they feed
here,
off
dude.
you too.
Yeah, like they're,
So
you know, just as much as the rare chance that we're living, like same
Right.
with them.
right.
And they just happen to be a dog. But like,
Yeah.
it's, I lost my train of thought, but like,
Well, some people are like that too. Like, you know, some people are like, you know, like you can't connect. Like they're
yeah,
NPCs.
bro, yeah.
Yeah.
My,
Where some people you can. Like some you,
yes,
you can.
yeah, just like it's like my brother was talking about this to me today. It's just like the people just have like frequencies, and some people just have frequencies that are just like dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, is anybody home?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything? Like that's how like I know you have a day job, but I know you're not like a corporate mindset where you're like, you know, 9 to 5, you know, I need
Right,
this, this,
right.
this, and this. But like it's just like from on Long Island, like a lot of people they have their 9 to 5, they have their families, like they have the the nice car they always dreamed of.
Yeah.
You know, they drink on the weekends. I don't know, not even on the weekends, like all the time.
Yeah.
So it was like from the bat, I was like, I need something way different.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
my parents like both like worked their ass off. Like
Mhm.
my mom grew up not wealthy in any sense.
Right.
And she got her degree in teaching,
Mhm.
like elementary. She's been teaching for 30 years, dude. And like everybody like around my town like praises my mom.
Yeah.
Because she taught pre-K for like 20 years now. It's kindergarten for 7.
Yeah.
But she still has these kids at like 4 and 5. So like
Right.
they always remember my mom, which is cool.
Yeah.
And my dad, he owns a custom framing shop.
Okay.
So like if you have like, you know, a piece of art that you want to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
framed,
yeah.
you want to pick
Yeah.
out the mat and the frame, like you go to my dad and he'd do it.
Mhm.
Lost my train of thought again. But
Oh, we're
was
talking
that
about people that are like connected,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
some people that are just they have their 9 to 5 and they just go home and
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my parents, same thing. And obviously I love both of them so much, but like, you know, that's what they want. They have their job, they love it. You know, they go on the vacation maybe once a year.
Yeah.
They have the dog, they have the house, and that's it. But like, I was just like from the bat, and it's not just my parents; that was everybody on Long Island, dude.
Yeah.
Especially in my hometown, that's what everybody like strive for.
Yeah.
I was like, and my brother really helped because my brother and my sister,
Yeah.
but my brother like moved to California like with the
Mhm.
intention of like building surfboards from scratch,
Okay.
and like he built the brand.
Hell yeah.
He like worked at
Does he have a
he has a brand.
social media and
Yeah,
stuff?
Monarch Surfboards.
Okay, we'll
Shout
link
out.
that below.
Yeah,
Follow Jimmy's brother.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jimmy's brother. That's super bad. Yeah. You're Jimmy's brother. Do you know that
Superbad
reference
is
or
so
no?
good, dude. I
Do you
watched
know
that the other day,
Like these when he makes them sing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
He's
they're all
like,
they're all
"These
fucking doing
eyes."
blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made that? Okay.
He's actually a really good singer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
literally watched it like 3 days ago with my girlfriend. and she was like, I heard his like stuff on Spotify, and apparently he has like legit albums.
Yeah. Wait, Michael Cera does?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I didn't know that.
I didn't-
Michael
yeah, me
Cera
either.
does music.
Unless my girlfriend's lying and I'm just misinforming everybody listening to this. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so anyway, back to the I forget how we got on the people that are kind of with your parents. I feel like it's almost different though, because like if your mom's a teacher,
yeah.
that's a meaningful as fuck job.
I
Like
think
you're
that's what I was getting
pouring
at. Like
into
she
kids and
still
stuff.
has a frequency because she's
Mhm.
seriously contributing to society
Yeah.
in the sense that she's literally like raising kids while people are at work.
Right, for
you know?
sure. And then your dad, I mean, as a framing shop, I'm sure he has relationships with like
Yeah,
his
yeah.
clients and
And he-
stuff, and that's very fulfilling.
Yeah, in a sense, I
And,
think he has like a creative frequency, you know, because
Mhm.
it's just him.
yeah,
Like my grandpa was always there. My grandpa passed 2 years ago, but he was always in the shop.
yeah,
So it was, but my dad was still doing all the work. My grandpa was
sure.
like 86 when he died, I think.
for sure.
But yeah, my dad is like complete control, creative
Yeah.
control. So it's like I
For
think in
sure.
his sense he still has a frequency.
That's good. That's
But-
good. The thing that makes me sad is like maybe people that like, because I was definitely in this boat before, where like you get into a position with your job and like maybe it was about something else, like money or like
Yeah,
maybe I'm excited about the title and I'm just a ladder climber in corporate, and
Yeah.
it's less about the people and the relationships and
Yeah.
maybe client relationships, and it's becomes this like kind of miserable thing, and like your frequency can probably get pretty shitty once
Yeah,
you're in that mindset.
it's totally
and
true,
then I
dude.
think the only thing that like would like get me through week to week would be like drinking. So it'd be like
yeah,
I just suck it up, do the job. I don't really love it that much, but I'm fucking grinding to like
man.
get some, goal I think might be meaningful when it
Yeah.
really was going to be shit,
Yeah.
whether that's money or status. And then it was like, well, fuck it, it's Friday. Might as well call
Yeah,
up my
yeah, yeah.
drinking buddies and go out and try and like have some meaningless sex or something. Like something
And dude,
like
it's not
that.
just you. It's like literally a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Yeah.
75%.
Well, you're super young.
Yeah.
Right? How old
Well,
are you?
I'm 21, but I had like
Dude.
a thing that happened when I was young. I think I was 16 and I was going to get beer.
Yeah.
So I grew up right next to Belmont Racetrack.
Uh-huh.
So you familiar?
Not really. But
So the Kentucky Derby.
oh, with Belmont.
Yeah, Saratoga
yeah,
to Belmont.
Yeah, sure.
So I grew up right next to Belmont. So
Okay.
now the Islanders are there,
Uh-huh.
but so it's like super like legit and strict.
Yeah.
But when I was in high school, it was just the racetracks. We would go there and
Uh-huh.
drink in the middle of the practice tracks,
Okay.
and it was very fun.
Yeah.
It was fun because you're drinking.
Was it like a
and
tailgate vibe in the middle of this
exactly,
Belmont thing?
exactly.
Okay.
There was like 2 picnic tables, and we would have a ball.
Shit,
And then
yeah,
even
dude.
if
That sounds
even if
awesome.
that wasn't fun, we would get chased out by security a lot,
Okay.
and they would like almost hit us.
Okay.
And we were just at the time like my high school was the Knights, and we would just be
Okay.
like, roll Knights, roll Knights. It was so much fun, dude. But yeah, Belmont,
Yeah, so you
good spot.
but you were saying, yeah, so you're younger, but
Dude, I gotta stop smoking weed.
no, it's fine. No, I was going to compliment the you're Gen Z, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's fucking cool. And me starting comedy like a lot later, like I started at like 31
Yeah.
and like doing this and you're doing it in the open mic like you meet a lot of people that are like younger
Yeah.
and like Gen Z, dude. You guys have some shit really figured out, I think.
Yeah, I
And
think but I think it's because of your age. Like my siblings are your age.
millennials.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think you guys were like the good older brothers and sisters, you know?
Yeah.
And also I feel like our parents, like how old are your parents?
63 and 59.
Okay, yeah, I think my parents are 57 and 56.
Okay.
Same shit.
Similar.
But I
age,
think
yeah.
they were also like the fucking sick people in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
So
My
they-
parents weren't, but
No?
very strict, religious.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
My dad was a little he has a party past.
Yeah, but
for
compared
a
to
season.
probably your grandparents,
Yeah.
that's when it I think it skimmed
Yeah.
down to people got a little bit more chill.
Yeah.
But I think, dude, apparently like my girlfriend does like trend projecting,
Uh-huh.
and apparently like Gen A, which is like kids that are like 7 and 8 right now, apparently they're like the nicest fucking kids.
Really?
That's and apparently they're
Interesting.
like super like nurturing, like just
Yeah.
nice. They care for people.
Yeah.
Like my mom says it like she's like this is
Mhm.
like the nicest like year I've ever had.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I feel like we don't know how this is all going to play out. The fact that everything's so integrated and
Yeah.
and phones and the
Yeah,
screens
yeah,
and
exactly.
everything. There's a lot of fear around it, and I feel like it's a little bit like it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
and I think there's a ton of positives to have like
Yeah.
access to all that information.
That's also like what you were saying before. It's like that's also why I think you maybe your generation, my generation is a little bit better because we have like there's a shit ton of influencers, but a lot of them are actually like saying good stuff.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
know like Gary Vee is like a huge like a broad example.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, I've been like not really fucking with the stuff he's saying, but like in the beginning, I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
he was like,
Yeah, he was like paving a way for people to like
no,
try
he was like
shit.
expanding like
Yeah.
kids' minds. He was like, you don't have to like bunker down right after
Mhm.
college. You don't even have to go to college.
Right.
And like for me,
Right.
that was like,
Yeah, it's kind of breaking paradigms. Like the
Yeah.
old paradigm, like when I was in high school and going to college, like I didn't know what the fuck to do. None of this stuff was really a possibility at the time.
Yeah.
Like this was 2007 when I graduated high school, so like, smartphones were pretty much brand new.
Yeah,
YouTube
brand new.
was pretty new. Podcasting, I don't think was really a thing.
no,
I didn't know stand-up comedy existed in any local form. There was like
'cause there's nothing
Mhm.
else but in person.
Right. I
you know?
mean, the first big thing that I remember being disruptive creatively was like Vine. That was
Oh my God, Vine was
and I
awesome.
fucking loved Vine
I
when
loved
that
Vine
shit
too.
came out.
Oh,
And,
dude.
I think that was back in 2012, 2013. And
Vine like shaped my humor for sure.
yeah, I miss Vine. I miss like how I thought about shit back then.
Yeah,
Cuz like
it was
now,
definitely a simpler time, dude.
Mhm.
I think like the past 3 years have definitely been like very stressful for everybody.
Yeah.
But I do like genuinely feel that we're coming out of it.
You do. Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of shit going on right now, but like it's only human and natural for things to fade.
Yeah.
It's just like another
Yeah.
tough time, and then we can
Yeah.
really get out of it.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think we're coming out of it too.
It's just because like for me, I'm a really social guy, and like COVID fucked with me, dude. Like not being
Did it?
able, yeah, it was. My parents were really strict about it,
Uh-huh.
so like I was inside just like playing video games all day, and like that's not me.
Yeah.
So I literally like for like I'm like pretty much evened out now, but for a while like I would walk outside and just get like hit with like a fucking brick of anxiety, dude.
Yeah.
Like I would just disassociate all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, am I
Holy
even
sh-
outside right now?
Holy
like, yeah,
shit.
it was weird, dude.
Did you watch Bo Burnham's Inside special?
No, dude, I gotta
Oh.
start watching more comedy. I'm not,
Watch that.
yeah,
Watch that. Maybe light up a little joint.
hell yeah,
And
dude.
you know, holy shit. That special is like, I mean, it's funny,
Yeah.
right? But it's like, it's profound in what it's saying.
Yeah.
As a whole, and like it's he does music, so I listen to the songs off of that album still,
Yeah.
like just in my
Are they
car
funny?
walking. Yeah, they're funny, but they're like, it's him, like, over the course of months in quarantine, and I think he spent this time alone. So I don't know if you've ever seen movies where a guy's alone a lot. Have you seen Castaway with Tom Hanks?
Of course.
Yeah. So how he evolves,
Yeah.
and like at the beginning he's like this naive kind of guy,
Yes,
and then he
yes.
like has to fucking figure shit out, and then he's like bordering on insanity talking to Wilson and shit.
Yeah.
These same themes that to me are in Inside, because he's like losing his mind over the and during it he turns 30. So like he has a song
Oh,
about
so this
turning
is he's
30.
like kind of just like live recording his life. Almost.
Sort of, but I mean it's very like, it's beautiful, like what he put together.
Yeah?
Like it's not just like
What's it on?
Netflix still.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just such a brilliant, smart artist, I think, and
Yeah. Dude, isn't he like
and it'll just
6'8"?
make you think. It'll make you really
Hell
think, and he comments on like the macro of what's going on in the world with COVID, and like,
Really? Okay.
and like how politically everything's disintegrating, and the different groups are like
That's-
fighting.
That's a good thing. I think.
and like
that,
corporate media, and how that's all fucking
yeah.
yeah.
Those two I think are like the biggest stressors, dude.
Yeah, politics.
Yeah. It's
And
like
what else?
just like like media being like completely like
Yep.
crafted and like
Yeah.
picked out what's going to be said.
It's interesting. So you said you think we're coming out of it. That's what do
Yeah.
you mean by that? Like where do you think we're headed?
I don't know,
like
dude. I think just people are sick
a
of
vibe
everyone.
shift of
Yeah, definitely a vibe shift for sure. I just think everyone's so sick. Also, just like everything's so expensive,
yeah.
right now. It's just
Yeah.
like everything. Like the other, like this is a stupid reference, but I saw at a deli around the corner. It was like Eggos. It was like $8, and I remember like going to the grocery store.
$8 for waffles?
Yeah, for the box. And I remember like going with my mom to the grocery store because I would like make sure to get Eggos. They were
Yeah.
$3.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Yeah.
things are stressful right now, but it's just like I was saying before, I think it's just like natural that we
Yeah.
get out of these things.
For sure.
But like I feel like we are like kind of exposed. Like everyone's aware that the media like picks and chooses what's going to be said.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't like resonate with people that much anymore.
Right.
I haven't watched a newscast and
Me neither.
I can't even remember the last time.
Right. Right.
Like
a network news channel.
yeah.
Like,
Like
right.
that just gives me anxiety, dude.
For sure.
Especially on Long Island, they're just like
For
News
sure.
12 Long Island. They just dish out anxiety to just
yeah.
Long Island moms
yeah.
all
It's
day.
just shock value,
Yeah.
scary headlines.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Shit.
And
yeah.
it's so I want to do a joke if I ever get on the show there, just about how like in the summer like they like out east Long Island's like very like wine oriented. There's like
Mhm.
vineyards. That's the
Mhm.
word, right?
yeah.
And they're like it's Long Island Wine Week, and I want to
Mhm.
be like and everyone's white. But then they'll be like, and by the way,
how interesting is this? Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, and by the way, 12 whales washed upon the shore this year, record-breaking levels. So they put like good news, and they immediately like you said, they just like flash it with bad news.
Yeah, out of survival necessity.
Yeah,
I mean,
but, like,
I
why
guess
does
I
it-
understand why they have to, because I think that's what gets clicks and
Views,
shit,
I
and
know.
they're fading in relevance, so they gotta. It's like, I don't know. I think it's like an animal in its death throes. Like it's gonna be like I
Yeah.
think these are fading from relevance. It's gonna seem worse than it is before they die.
Yeah.
Like
It's just
I
weird.
think it's
Like,
gonna age out with the
Yeah.
people that are engaged. Because if I go over to like aunt and uncle's house or like parents, they maybe not even my parents, like grandparents, they'll be spending more time, watching the Fox
100%.
Newses, the CNNs,
yeah,
all that
and they're
shit.
like the more stressed out
right.
generation.
Whereas it comes to like Gen Z and
Nobody
some
watches the news,
millennial,
dude.
Yeah.
Social media is our news, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, why?
But I think the epiphany may have occurred to like Gen Zers that like we don't have to engage. Like we
Yeah.
don't have to.
I don't have to know
we don't-
somebody was murdered.
We don't have
20
to
minutes
pay
ago.
attention to this.
Yeah.
It's not relevant to me.
Yeah.
I have some cool I think I could maybe make and
Yeah.
try and I have friends that do that kind of like let's go local, let's go,
Exactly, dude.
and be, so I think
It's just
there's
a crazy concept to think like my mom will like sit in front of the TV and just like ingest like murder stories
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
robberies. And be
Yeah.
like, okay, now I know. Like you don't get any better. You just get stressed out.
Right.
And like that's
It's not serving you.
yeah, like my solid 5 minutes is just about my mom like just being like an anxious lady and like just putting
Aw.
this anxiousness onto me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just like-
Yeah.
Yeah, the joke
You think it's
I guess I could say it, but it's just like how like I used to say like all right, mom, I'm going into the city, and then she'd be like 3 men were brutally stabbed and raped 17 minutes ago in Manhattan. And
yeah.
it's just like why did you
Yeah.
have to say that?
Yeah.
It's
I
not gonna
talked to a
help me.
guy recently who was he's a reporter, and he used to be like a beat reporter, and he would listen to the police scanners
Yeah.
to report on like stories and shit, and a lot of it would be shitty, like it'd be violent,
Yeah.
whatever, burglaries or whatever. And he said to me that like it's very misleading. They have to report on the bad stuff, but if you take a step back and look at the actual crime statistics over the last 30 years, even in New York City,
Yeah.
like New York has a reputation for being scary and dangerous. Like the
Yeah.
actual crime is down so much,
Yeah.
considerably.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Especially
it's
like
just
New
the
York in
stories
the
you
New
hear.
York in like the 80s, bro.
yeah,
Was like a,
apparently, yeah. I don't, I don't have a intimate knowledge of all that, but
you should-
yeah.
You ever watch Fear City on Netflix?
Uh-uh.
It's about how, like the mob like ran the city in the 80s. Best fucking documentary.
Yeah, dude, I should
Yeah.
watch it. What's it on?
Netflix. It's
Netflix.
3 episodes. Fear City. It's fantastic.
Fear City on Netflix,
Yeah.
and it's about New York.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's awesome,
I got a
dude.
lot of New York lore to dig into.
Yeah, dude, it's
So-
great. And they just came out with the John Gotti one, but they kind of use like the same info and pictures just
Uh-huh.
because this one came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, being from Long Island, I love that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
having like Italian descent, it's like
Mhm.
because my great grandparents came here from Italy and opened a liquor store on 79th and Lexington,
Yeah.
and it was like a prime spot.
Okay.
Like there's,
79th and Lexington.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Upper
that's
East Side.
Upper East Side. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like Bruce Springsteen would go in there a lot. My
Yeah.
dad was always seeing him. One time, like there's a lot of
Who opened this liquor store?
my great grandparents.
Your great
Yeah,
grandparents.
straight from Italy. And
Oh,
they bought
okay.
it. They bought it for like $60,000.
Wow.
It's insane. Like the whole
Do
building.
they still have it?
No,
Is
no,
it-
it's, they
is it
sold it a
still in
while
the family?
ago.
They
Yeah,
sold
yeah.
it. Okay.
It's just not just like, even that sense. It's just like, people are always like, yeah, you gotta get into real estate. It's like, do you see how much money this shit
Yeah.
costs?
Yeah, yeah.
How the hell am I supposed to start? And then they start throwing these numbers
Yeah.
and paperwork down. I'm like, I don't know
Give-
how to do
give
this.
Give it a few years. Oh yeah, real estate. Yeah, that
Yeah.
scared me. I bought a couple properties.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I've in South Carolina.
Oh, that doesn't count.
In Atlanta. Hey, they're
You still have
no.
them?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
they're,
awesome,
they're
dude.
condos, so
Hell yeah.
they're rented out. But
Dude, that's sick.
dude, yeah, mortgages scared me though at first.
Wait, so
but-
what age were you when you did that?
I was 27 when I got my first one.
Really?
And
That's awesome.
then I
dude.
was 31 when I got my second one.
So you bought it?
Yeah. So they're two condos. So I have two mortgages.
Wow.
But it was all scary to me before I did it. I was like, paperwork and
Yeah.
like this. So it feels like I'm locking myself into something. And
It's definitely
was-
scary. That's how like I feel
Yeah.
with it now.
but what I realized eventually like was once I like I was pretty sure I was going to be in this job a while. I was making money that I was. I did research about like what
Did you have a
home
buddy
price
that-
could I afford
Yeah.
with a payment and with a reasonable amount down with an interest rate like where I could make that. And it started to get to a point where like when I did my calculations, like it was like about the same as what rent would be. So I was like, I'm wasting all this money on rent, but this math checks out. And like, I was afraid about spreading roots anywhere because I was like, I might want to move. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I want to pick something that I could rent out if I did move. So that's what I did. I just like found something that was,
That was like completely your jurisdiction, or did someone like kind of like lead you into that idea?
I had a lot of friends that like are into real estate investing.
Yeah.
And they started to kind of play around with it. And they got into like this podcast called Bigger Pockets, which is a real estate podcast. I don't really recommend it, honestly, unless you're just a nerd with that shit because they go in deep. But they get into like the flipping and the cash flow.
The flipping,
and
I'm interested because I have like
Yeah?
a construction background. I love.
Then
that
you should
shit.
check out Bigger Pockets.
Yeah.
But my buddies went in deep on it. And we're just thinking like, okay, like how do we want to set up ourselves like wealth-wise so that we in the future don't have to work? Like,
Yeah.
so
I'm
some
I'm
people...
sure, like you said you did that when you're 27. I'm sure like that feels really good.
It does, yeah, it does.
To have like years in, it's all set up. So you got the rent
and like
coming.
I'm not cash flowing on them, but it's nice because the renters basically pay the mortgage, so it's just like every.
But then at some point, the mortgage is gonna be done, and then it's just.
Yep, and then it's just money coming
you're
in.
So young, so it's like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's sick, dude.
So young.
Yeah.
Appreciate you saying that, bro.
Of course.
Young, but yeah. But
that was like another thing, like. I don't know, like my parents, like they bought. I think they bought that, or did the mortgage when they were like 24.
Yeah.
Had kids at 25. It's
that's the
like,
thing you hear too nowadays. Like the American dream of old is like kind of fucking harder to do now because horrible monetary policy. And COVID fucked shit up. Yeah, and interest rates are so high.
But it's just like
it'll calm down again though.
Yeah,
and there'll definitely be opportunities.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was getting at before. Like, it has to happen. We can't stay like this forever.
Yeah, there is stuff that I highly recommend doing though, like in terms of investing and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I've been. I don't know why, but last week I had like 3 Roth IRA talks with like 3 older guys.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't say anything. They just like they're like, you have a Roth IRA?
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy that's just like, do this.
But it's very
like,
smart.
There is actually some pretty Roth IRAs. I don't know.
I think I got to get on it, honestly.
Well, honestly, the big thing Roth IRAs confuse me. But the thing that I tell my little brother, who's like he's 25, but I told him this when he started a job. Like, if you get a job where you're like, this is like, I'm going to be in this a while and like I'm making good money. I have like more than I'm spending every month, so I could have some to save.
Yeah.
Just start fucking open up a Schwab account. I use Schwab, but you could open up like any sort of
or some shit.
Yeah, any investment bank. You can open up an individual account and just buy index funds.
Yeah.
So those are like S&P. You could buy like an S&P
I had that
index
talk
fund.
too, dude. This guy was coked up. He's like, S&P 500, that's your life.
Yeah. Just throw money at that. It's pretty low cost basis on the
that's what
fees.
he's
It's like a
saying.
mutual fund. And the S&P makes 9 to 12% over the last 100 years on average.
Yeah.
So like,
he was
think
saying
about 9 to 12%
drops.
returns. Are is way better than what you could get in just a bank account.
Yeah.
So just every month, just automatically invest.
Yeah.
And even like you said, even if it goes down, it's like a yo-yo on a step ladder. Is how somebody
gonna
told
go back
me.
up.
Like it just keeps going, and
Yeah.
it'll compound. So yeah, you just set that up, and then you can set up this little app that like tracks your nest egg. And,
Yeah.
And over time, like for people who are doing comedy, I think it's such a good idea.
I know.
Because you want to set yourself up to where you don't need money from comedy.
dude,
you don't need another job, and then you can just focus on. That's what I'm trying to do.
Like so, right now I on Long Island I do power washing in the summer, and it's not like
You're still in college, right?
I have 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left in college. Congrats, man.
Thank
You're
you,
about to
man.
graduate December
Thank God, dude.
2023.
Yeah. I did not want to go, but
Good for you for going though. And you finished your bachelor's?
That's what it's gonna
That's
be.
what's gonna be?
Yeah.
Fuck
Thank
yeah,
God,
dude. Congrats,
Thank you,
man. That's
I'm
awesome.
excited to be done. Just like 3 years of that just in the back of my head.
Yeah.
But well, I understand why now. My parents were like, "You're going to school in 12th grade." I was like, "I'm gonna do YouTube."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do YouTube, and they were like, "You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that."
It's smart to get your 4-year degree.
Yeah, and
Very
now
smart.
I'll have it. It'll
Even
always
today,
be
it's
there.
smart.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful for it. So
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
That's the thing. So the power washing, it's like pretty sustainable.
Uh-huh.
And I love doing it. It's actually very fun.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to get like my degree is like advertising communications,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I really want to like. I'm the type of guy that needs to like move.
Yeah, sure.
Like I can't sit still.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm surprised my leg hasn't been shaking this whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I want to go down that route.
Uh-huh.
But like you said, it's always good to just have as a backup.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's just like the money I have from power washing, I would like to just not have it sitting.
Yeah.
You know, and just put it somewhere so I know it's working. Especially because I love comedy and like I've kind of made the decision like this is it.
Yeah.
I'm a year in. I love this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see any other sort of path.
Sure.
Like this is the only thing that
Sure.
makes sense to me.
For sure.
So it's like, all right. And
yeah.
like right now I only work at the club, and obviously that's not great money, but I
Stand Up New York. Shout out.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Say hi to Jim. You go to Stand Up New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get spots.
Yeah.
I meet so
awesome.
many comics.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, it's not about the money there at all.
Yeah. Right.
But it's just like, you know.
But that's awesome though. You got a degree.
Yeah.
You can keep, open for jobs.
Yeah, that's
Stand
exactly.
up at night and just hustle.
Yeah, and like I'm a basics guy. I don't need much.
Mm-hmm.
So like as long as my rent's covered, I have food in my
Yeah.
my cabinets,
Yeah.
gas in my gas in my car if I need
Right.
it. I'm good.
That kind of mindset, we talked about like how this last 3 years has been stressful. We're coming out of it. Like, I don't know if you think this is what I hope happens. I'm like hoping for this pendulum to swing this way, like kind of away from like this consumerist mindset of like the way you demonstrated status formerly
Yes.
was like, it's so important to drive the nicest fucking car, to wear the most expensive clothes, to like be this or that, and to just be showy. Or just like, I don't know. I kind of wonder if people are gonna wake up and be like, "Fuck that! Like,
Yeah.
why am I doing?" Like,
I think
we can
that's definitely been happening.
We can
Yeah.
shrink kind of what we're about.
What we
and-
need, to be happy.
Mhm. Like, what's really important? Like, what's really like all that shit's gonna burn anyway.
Dude, what I always say is we're on a floating ball
Yeah.
in the where the fuck are It's
Right,
like it's
right.
not that serious.
Right.
But like living it and being here every day, it's like, okay, yeah, you need money,
Uh-huh.
right?
You do.
But it's just like
Like, let's
Well,
cover
you
my
were
basic needs and then do what I love. Like, that's kind of where I feel like it
yeah,
kind of.
and that's where I'm at. As long as
Mhm.
my basic stuff is covered, then I'm
Right.
good. It's
And
like I do stand up a lot, and it's like I love every second of it. Obviously, there's
Mhm.
some days where I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's anything in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just
and
like
it's funny too, because technology is like, that's not really that inflationary. Like the cost of technology stuff, that's like moving at the speed of light, and actually the cost of shit is like going down.
Down.
Like if you go to Best Buy and buy TVs,
it's
like
like 150.
TVs are the only thing that like
Yeah,
go
it's-
down in price. Like
TVs are the only thing that are
yeah,
like
it's
affordable
an
for people, dude.
unregulated industry. Like
Yeah.
everybody has a fucking phone.
You're depressed, but at least you get to watch the
right.
fucking
Everybody's got data. everybody's got
NFL
a
on
phone.
4K.
Right. Exactly. I live in a shack and I watch the NFL.
Yeah, you just have like wood walls.
Yeah.
You just have a fucking Sony
Right.
4K 70-inch.
Right. Or if shit totally goes, I don't know. I don't.
It is.
I
You're
don't
right about
believe
that though.
this, but-
TVs are like really cheap.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably
It's
'cause, like,
it's one sector that's deflationary. Like
Yeah,
everything else,
They have everything they need for it. They just
Mhm.
mass produce those things.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, and then I don't know. It could go totally like Matrix mode of like VR, and I don't think that's.
Have you ever done that stuff?
I don't know. I guess I had a VR headset.
Dude,
an
I did it like
Oculus.
in person at like a VR place.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Is it cool? Okay. I
Yeah,
did a
it's
VR.
really
Actually,
cool.
you know what? I think
It's
I
called
did.
Sandbox.
Okay.
I don't know if they. I'm sure they have some in New York. I did this in
Do they have
California.
something like zombies and shit? and there's the
Exactly. That's
video
what it
games?
was. It was a
Yeah.
zombie game. It was me, my brother. Me and my brother were living in the same house at the same time. And there was like
Mhm.
this month where we just had like 4 people come visit us,
Yeah.
like family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say who because you might not want me to say it. But somebody that came took a 100 milligram edible, and like every time someone goes to California, they're like, "Oh, let's go straight to the dispensary," right? And he took a 100 milligram edible, and it was like fucked up. Dude, I take 5, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
and but he handled it. But
Yeah.
we were playing the game.
He's using on the edible in the game.
Bro, he was
Playing
in
zombies?
yeah. He was in an alternate universe with zombies right here, and
Jesus.
and it was like a headset, like a chest plate, like
Yeah.
a gun, like a physical, like heavy gun.
Yeah.
And we have a video of it. I got to pull that up sometime. But he got so you could like turn around, like it was like a big room. It was like a
Yeah.
gymnasium where you have
Yeah.
like the whole room,
Uh-huh.
and like in the headset you have like the lines of the room. Like if
Yeah.
you get too close.
Right, it'll pop up, yeah.
So the guy that came out and visited us, one of the zombies got like really close behind him, and he
Uh-huh.
didn't see it. And we didn't see it either. And he turned around and saw it, and he dropped to the floor
Oh no.
because he thought he was on 100 milligrams of that
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
weed. He thought it was like a real dude. And when he like took it off, it was like, I was like, why would you do that, dude?
Oh my gosh.
But it's very fun.
Dude.
It's called Sandbox VR. So it's
Okay.
like a physical place where you can go and do it,
Yeah.
and you can watch yourself after.
Yeah.
But my brother, we recorded it just. It was so fucking funny.
Uh-huh. Dude, I took a girl on a date to a VR place
That's
in
fun.
Greenville. Yeah, she wasn't very coordinated, and she ran into.
Stop.
Or the headset wasn't calibrated right. Like, you know how you said like the wall is supposed to, like, yeah. So she like fucking ran into the wall. She had a bloody nose.
Stop.
Yeah, dude.
It's like people
Not
walking
like
into
blood
glass
pouring
doors.
out, but like the crown of her
No,
nose
yeah,
was
yeah,
fucking.
yeah. She fucking ran.
Yeah.
She fucking.
Yeah,
she was no doubt hitting that wall.
yeah. Didn't work out.
Isn't there someone usually in the room? They didn't stop her.
Yeah,
But you
but
can't hear anything.
yeah, I think they were like supervising us maybe from an exterior room. It
Yeah.
was like I don't know, probably as big as the apartment, like all the way that way, like a square. And yeah, it was pretty cool. But I don't know. With video games, like I've never been a big gamer, but I'm kind of like I'm waiting for games to get so engrossing that it's like inseparable from real life. That would get me excited. Like
Well,
if it's like
GTA
a
6 is coming out.
Is it?
The
Because
trailers.
they keep teasing it.
No, the trailer's coming. They announced it. It's this December 5th. The trailer's
year?
coming out. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 years. Is that nuts?
Wait, what?
10 years since the last one.
10 years since the last one. Okay. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, I remember downloading that on Xbox 360.
Dude.
It was 3 discs, and 2 of them you had to download the content,
Yeah.
and then the third one was the one you play with.
Yeah.
And it took, I think, like a day and a half.
Dude, GTA spans generations. Because
It's-
I remember
it's
literally when I
complete-
was in 4th grade, before you were born.
GTA 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or GTA 3, I think.
Oh,
PS2.
yeah, PS2. Okay.
Or yeah, I think so.
PS2. I caught the end of that.
Okay.
Yeah, like James Bond, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you when that stuff came out?
Probably like 4 or 5.
That's insane, dude. That's insane.
My dad. I would play with my dad, dude, because James Bond was 2-player, and my
yeah.
dad would
GoldenEye?
Yeah, we would play in my
Fuck
room on a
yeah,
little box
dude.
TV, dude.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, my dad, he's not like a big technology guy, but he fucking loved that game.
I like when there's things like that cross generations.
Yeah.
Where, like you can share that.
Well, my dad
experience.
loves like murder documentaries, like any like spy stuff, like
Yeah.
stealth kind of video games.
Uh-huh.
I play a lot of Hitman. You play that game?
No, I know what it is though.
It's great,
yeah.
but it like makes my heart race.
yeah.
And sometimes I'll do it before like I mean I do open mics mostly every day, but like
Yeah.
chances are I do it before an open mic.
yeah.
And I'll go to the open mic like
Do you do it on
anxious.
purpose? Like I'm gonna give myself my
No,
adrenaline
it's
going,
like a bad. I got it. Like one time I had
You
like
gotta
a
call-
really bad day because I played too much Hitman.
Yeah, that's your guy. I'm sorry.
I get
just
into-
played Hitman.
Yeah, I put my headphones
fucking
in.
keyed up.
I get into the character. I subdue people and I fucking
Wait, Hitman, you have a headset on?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
I didn't realize you
Not
had
like
a headset.
a virtual. I don't want like this, but like yeah, just a headset.
Oh, for talking. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's
you just hear
it's
everything.
online.
But you have to be like really quiet.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so like, yeah, it's legit. It's awesome. It's one of the best games, honestly.
Okay.
Because
I
it's like
gotcha.
it's one of those games where you could just completely disassociate and get anxious.
Yeah. Right. You like that? Yeah.
I guess I do, dude. It's weird. Like I
drawn to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
After COVID, I was like, I want that back.
Yeah. Yeah, shit, yeah. Grand Theft Auto, though, is so funny that it's been around this long. And
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask you how you treated it when you first played it, because my memory of it is, like, we'd play it at sleepovers,
Oh my god.
and, like, my parents would never buy that game because
Yep.
it's too whatever.
Nope.
So the one kid's parents
and your
who
parents were
didn't
very
give a fuck,
Christian, right?
right?
My buddy, very Christian parents. They actually, this is a little bit of a side tangent, but they bought a new house a while
Uh-huh.
ago, and he moved out of our town, and we would go there a lot, and he had this one room that was perfect for floor hockey,
Yeah.
perfect size.
Uh-huh.
And his parents were a little bit well off, and they're like, have
Yeah.
let's put a hardwood floor,
Yeah.
put on some lines for the for the arena, get 2 nets, a bunch of sticks, and we'll fucking make this. The
Did
floor.
you do it with, like, sneakers on, or did you have
No, dude, we would go hard.
with rollerblades?
No,
Or
like
like-
knee hockey.
Knee,
yeah, so we-
knee hockey.
You never played that?
No, not exactly.
Yeah, we would play knee hockey all the time. We would like
So you're just, like, shuffling on the ground?
yeah, but
with-
as like 10-year-old, so it was like
Right.
we were small and the room was
Limber.
big.
Yeah,
But so his parents actually made it into like a prayer room. We were like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" We were
and
so
you're playing
pissed
knee
off.
hockey in there.
Like they put benches, like wood wall.
Oh, they
it was
fucked
like
it
a
up.
church, and it was like a little bit bigger than this room.
Okay.
But
yeah.
you were like, that should have been the floor hockey room, dude.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we were not allowed to play that video game. And,
Yeah.
And but yeah, with Grand Theft Auto, we'd go over there and we would think it was so funny to shoot someone's head off with a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
Like
but yeah,
it was just like it was so exhilarating to like run from the cops
dude,
and just be like fuck and just
yeah.
hit somebody to death with a baseball bat. You put
Yeah.
the cheat code
Isn't it
in.
weird?
Yeah.
Like why?
Oh, because it's forbidden. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, it's forbidden.
Find a prostitute.
But so when that kid
Shoot her
would
in
come
the
to my
face.
house, he would play,
Yeah.
and when he would die, you know how it goes. When you die, you hand the controller off.
Yeah.
And when he would die, he'd be like, "Come on, I don't get to play this at home."
He's
like, you have this
the
all the
repressed
time.
kid.
Yeah, he's a repressed kid, dude. My parents were pretty cool with that stuff. I honestly don't know why, but I
Yeah.
also just don't think they cared.
Yeah, I mean, my parents were like they were open enough to where like they're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
They weren't like, oh my god, but
But it really is like, I remember when I was a kid, they would talk about it being like, I don't know if like kids should be playing war games.
yeah,
You know?
it was a social debate of if that was a good idea.
100% was. But like looking back, like probably not. Like I don't think we should be introduced to war. Like
You think
at
it was
all.
bad? I don't think it had an effect.
it didn't have an
personally.
effect, but it just like I don't think we should be so comfortable with the idea of like war.
Yeah,
You know, like that's another thing that I think, obviously not right now, it's not fading out, but
Yeah.
Compared to the way it used to be. I think it is.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't think as young kids we should be like, yeah, this is what this game is. War.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be taught.
Right.
It should be something we're getting away from.
Right.
And they're still making the games. You know? I just sound like a fucking pussy dad.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also, it's just like, do you have an older brother, or you're the older brother?
I'm the oldest.
Yeah, so like my older brother, like, and sister, like they played all the games. So
Yeah.
it was kind of just like
grandfather did like.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I would just go in the basement and it was there.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah.
I miss those games though.
Yeah, dude. Those were fun.
Yeah. You ever play
GoldenEye.
Fortnite?
Fortnite? No. Although another comic, Steven, fucking forgetting his last name right now, but he said there's a group of comics that play Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's like a part of the thing. Yeah.
I guess I'm not cool enough.
I mean, either. I don't have a console for it. I was like, I'd love to get in on that.
It's
you
fun.
know? I mean, it's
fun.
fun. You play Fortnite?
Yeah, Fortnite was like our shit in high school.
I think it's hilarious. Like the characters do dances right after.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
That's like
dude,
like
it
where
gets me so heated sometimes. There's
Yeah.
there's like the one dance. It's like take the L, where like they like dance with their feet and they go like this. That shit is so demeaning. Because like when you die, you watch the person that killed you.
and they dance on.
Yeah,
you?
and you're like, you fucking piece of shit. And sometimes they'll like they go like this, and like the laughing emoji comes up.
Uh-huh.
And
Dude,
that shit
that's
gets
so
me tight.
funny to me.
Yeah,
That
it's a
they,
crazy
like,
game.
that they
Dude.
dance and shit.
That's a game that like hasn't faded out either. It's been around since probably like 2018, I think.
Yeah. Have you seen the South Park World of Warcraft episode?
No, I was never
Oh
a South
my
Park guy.
God. Okay. You
Banger?
have something? Yeah. It was. I don't know. It was similar to Fortnite in that like the little kids were playing this game and they're like, oh, this stupid. There's like this other guy in the game that was
Yeah.
like just way farther ahead of them, and he would just kill them all the time, and they would get so pissed. They'd be like,
Yeah.
oh fuck this guy, he just keeps killing us. And then I remember they'd show like, Cal, you fucking
of shit."
Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but he's like, you know, he kills him, and then he's doing this dance and like hip thrust thing, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck this asshole. He's like, and they pan to the actual guy. He's like 500 pounds in a chair, just clicking with like a wrist guard on. Just yeah.
I love this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I
It's a good
I tried getting into
episode.
South Park.
Yeah, you tried it?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I've kind of like stopped watching TV.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I have too. Although I will dabble in old South Park Simpson episodes and Seinfeld.
I'll dabble in Curb.
Curb?
Yeah,
Shit, yeah.
Curb's my shit.
Curb's good.
You say shit, yeah. I love that.
Shit, yeah, dude.
Is that a Southern thing? just
Sort of. So there's actually where I got that from is Zunzi's sandwich shop in Atlanta.
Really? Shit,
South African style subs. They're fucking incredible. The original Zunzi's is in Savannah, Georgia. They one of their slogans is "In sauce we trust." Like it's just sauce and sauce and sauce and cheese.
Oh, just a shit ton of sauce. Okay.
Yeah, and it's seasoned great. It's amazing, dude. My mom, I fucking want some Zunzi's. But
Why were you in Georgia?
well, I
That's
lived in
near you.
Atlanta,
Oh, okay.
and my buddy lived in Savannah, and his bachelor party was there. So that's where we'd hang out on the coast there and go to Zunzi's. But when you walk into Zunzi's, all the people say shit yeah. That's their slogan. Yeah. So you'll ask them. They'll ask you like what you want, and they'll.
Oh, it's like
and
my
you
pleasure
say
at
it, and you'll be like, "Oh
Chick-fil-A.
shit, yeah." What else?
Stop.
You know, extra sauce. Shit, yeah, dude. All right. And they say shit, yeah.
Wait. If you say like Chick-fil-A, like if you say shit, yeah, before them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so
Actually,
funny, dude.
yeah. It's just like my pleasure at Chick-fil-A.
That's so
except
funny, dude. I haven't Chick-fil-A in a minute. That stuff's good.
I hate Chick-fil-A.
Really? At one point, I thought it was healthy food.
I don't hate it. I think it's a little overpriced and a little overrated.
It is.
Just I don't know. I just felt like it was chicken nuggets.
It is.
And,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the grilled chicken's pretty good quality.
Yeah.
But-
It's yeah.
And the service is outstanding. You can't knock.
Yeah, you can't.
Good
You can't say
service.
anything bad. They really have it down.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
the close on Sunday thing, they got to stop doing that.
Closed on Sunday?
I'm hungry
Yeah.
on Sundays,
I'm
too.
hungry on Sundays. I wonder if the Chick-fil-A's at the airport are also closed on Sundays. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
What's your favorite restaurant of all time?
favorite restaurant of all time.
Maybe
Um,
chain.
Yeah, I was gonna say go with the chain.
Maybe not a chain, but I don't know.
So favorite restaurant of all time. No one's ever asked me that. They probably have, but I don't remember. My favorite. What's your favorite? That
Well,
place?
I'm gonna not say a chain. I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm a big sub guy.
Yeah, me
like
too.
like
Yeah,
a
a good
sandwich
fucking
of some
sandwich.
kind.
Yeah.
So there's a few. I mean, dude, I'm old enough now. Like Jimmy John's. I remember when Jimmy John's was like not anything.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine in
The
Green
dog
Bay,
days.
like his parents opened up a Jimmy John's
Really?
franchise in 1999 maybe
Oh,
or,
wow.
or 2000, 2001, like right around that time.
Yeah.
And I remember discovering Jimmy John's and going in there for the first time
Yeah.
and thinking, "Oh, Jimmy's parents got this franchise of this new upstart sub company and
Yeah.
and they had cool signs in there. Like
Yeah.
if you ever go to Jimmy John's, it has the weird signs
Yeah,
like
yeah, of
free
course, of course.
smells,
Yes.
and for U2P, and like your mom wants you to eat Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
Like all this really cool, fun advertising. The sandwiches are made super fast. Jimmy John's is fucking good. I still think their bread is really good too. Jersey Mike's, Quiznos.
Never had Quiznos. I'm gonna try that.
Do you have Quiznos?
No, I've never had.
Quiznos might be like hurting financially. I don't know how many of them there still are, but like they've got some fucking great hot subs. And there's this place I worked at in high school called Mancino's, and it was an Italian like greasy spoon type place where you made grinders, which bake them in the oven.
Grinders, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's.
Load that shit up with mayonnaise.
I went to school in Connecticut and they called it grinders.
Yeah.
But here, just heroes.
Dude, do you know a good hero place here in Astoria? Compton's is okay.
I was gonna say Compton's. It's pretty. Their breakfast stuff is really good.
Yeah. Compton's is okay. It's not the same as
A good hero place. I mean, on Long Island, like Tony's Deli in Whitestone is.
Tony's Deli.
That's the best. That's.
Yeah.
Nothing takes that off the top tier for me.
Really?
It's
okay.
family run Italian.
Yeah.
The sons work there. The mom and dad. It is so fucking good every
Yeah.
single time. There hasn't been a bad time I had a bad meal there.
Okay.
And
Tony's.
it's not too far from us. It's really good.
Okay.
We should go one day, dude. It's
Yeah,
just
dude.
fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
And it's like they're so Italian that if you say something not with the accent, they're like, "It's stracciatella." I'm like, I don't know. How to, that's fucking. That's ice cream, but. And then I get embarrassed. But it's funny, like growing up on Long Island, like Queens of New York. All of our parents moved from Queens of New York to Long Island, so we grew up like hating the city because like
that's what people do, right? Long Island people
at
hate
least
the city.
in my experience, like most people don't like the city because they made it out, and they kind of just like taught their kids to be like, "Oh, I'm not going back. I'm not going back there."
I see.
Like they fucking busted their ass to get out, and they were like, "Let's go.
So the
let's
city,
go 15 miles east."
Yeah,
we made it.
So do you think the city has like this gravitational pull to it, where it's hard to get out once you've?
Oh, 100%. You kidding me? Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta be wary of this.
Dude, no. My buddy, who's my neighbor, he is currently living in Astoria, and we talked about it. And he was like, because he's a surfer, he's a snowboarder.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like an eccentric guy. He does so much shit.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't follow the rules at all. This guy's the man.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah, man, I feel like it's sucking me in. And I feel like I'm like getting like twisted around on like a New York like hurricane.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know how to get out.
Closer to, like,
yeah, dude.
Implodes on himself.
Yeah. Like a submarine.
No. Oh no.
But,
I don't want that to happen to me, although I kind of wonder if the city's going to ruin me from not being able to live anywhere else without as much stimulus, because there's so much shit to do all the fucking time.
That's true.
And like it's boring other places.
Yeah.
Like,
no, dude, you're right.
By comparison,
there's always something to do.
And there's fun stuff everywhere. I don't mean to shit on other places, but like
I know what you're saying.
There's so much fucking more here that it's like, dude.
No, you're
I don't
100%
know.
right. Even on Long Island, it's like most of the time we're like, all right, what the fuck should we do?
Right.
That's why that's like why everyone drank. It was like, what else to do?
That might be part of the realization. I went home for Thanksgiving last week, and it was like I felt very bored.
So was New York the first place you moved to?
No, I was.
You said Atlanta.
I've lived in Atlanta for 4 years. I lived in Charlotte. I lived in Greenville. And I don't know. I feel like with comedy, your schedule picks up automatically because you're on stage every night, so you're gonna be out and about doing fun shit.
Yeah.
But
so like when I was a kid, I didn't like it, and like if I told myself a year ago I'd be living in Astoria, I would not believe myself. Like I would like put money.
Not?
It's just like never like I lived.
It was Astoria, not a neighborhood you'd want to live in, or
no, not even just Astoria, just like Queens and Manhattan.
This close to the city,
or just in anywhere, really near the city.
Yeah.
Like I lived in California for a little bit, and I loved it. I was like, all right, as soon as I'm done with school, I'm going back.
Sure, yeah. When were you living in California?
So my freshman and sophomore year of college, I did community school.
Okay.
So it was like dirt cheap,
mm-hmm.
and my brother just had a room open, and
Okay.
I actually lived in the garage.
Okay.
For
Community college in California.
I did community college on Long Island online and just lived with my
Online,
brother.
living in a garage in California.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Um,
Where in California?
San Diego.
San
Fucking
Diego.
the best
Oh,
spot in the world.
dude.
Yeah,
That's an
dude.
awesome spot.
San Diego is awesome.
Yeah.
That's my settle down goal.
Okay.
But like, so the Grateful Dead have a lyric.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh, you're a big Deadhead.
Yeah.
That's right.
once in a while you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. And for me, like, that's New York with comedy. Like, yeah, it's pretty, doesn't really have too much eye candy because it's so gross.
Yeah.
But there's this place is comedy.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is a playground for comics.
Right,
It's a
right.
place to get good and
Yeah.
hone in your craft.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening. I almost like cried when I heard the lyric
Hell yeah.
thousands of times, but I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
it while I was like in the subway having a bad day, and I was
Yeah.
like, "That's what I'm here for."
Yeah.
You know, dude.
Shit,
Because like
yeah.
this is the best place for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Absolutely. Do you think San Diego's shone a light on something in terms of your settle down goal? Like in terms of
What do you
or
mean?
did that lyric speak to you more about New York City?
No, San Diego's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's just where you could see yourself like, hey, you know,
yeah,
10,
yeah.
20 years I could see myself
Yeah,
getting married and doing
Yeah, dude.
and having kids.
My
out
girlfriend's
there.
the same. Like, she loves California.
Yeah.
And we both want to eventually go there.
Yeah. That's
but
awesome.
yeah, I hate the winter.
Yeah.
To be frank, that's the
Yeah.
best way to put it.
Yeah,
After
me too.
growing up here,
Dude, it was like 2 days of it this week when it got below freezing.
was really cold.
And I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I was like layering up. Like,
yeah, my roommate's from Turkey.
I was like, I want to be comfortable. I didn't come here to be fucking.
Yeah. My roommate's from Turkey, and he's English is getting better, but he came up to me. He was like, "I cannot feel my leg." He's like, "I'm not used to this, man."
Yeah. So
But,
you see yourself like when the time's right, going to a better
yeah,
climate.
yeah. Like, that's
Yeah.
why every time like I talk to like an LA comic or a New York comic that goes to LA a lot, like I really try to like pick their mind about it. And, like,
Yeah.
see if it's a good move, because San Diego has a great comedy scene too. But
Yeah.
when I was there, I didn't do comedy yet.
Sure.
But
Sure.
like, I started in Connecticut, which was a small scene, and that's another
Mhm.
thing I pick comics' minds on. Like, do you think you should start in a small scene or a big scene?
Yeah.
Or start in a small scene and go into a big scene, kind of like
Right.
what you did. You know?
Yeah.
But now that I'm here in the big scene, it feels almost weird to go back to a smaller scene.
Yeah.
That and what I mean is like moving to San Diego.
Right. Right.
So like, if I were to move to the West Coast, I think it would be LA, because I would just
Yeah.
continue with comedy.
Right. For sure.
um,
For sure.
But yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I've kind of just I kind of took the weight off myself for just
Mhm.
constantly thinking about when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
when it happens, it'll happen.
Yeah. 100%.
And
you got
this
all
other
the time in the fucking world.
exactly. And I talked to this comic who moved to LA, super nice girl, and she was like, and she's from here, and she was like, I wish I stayed here longer.
Why?
She was just like, she was saying she wasn't ready when she moved, and she like just crafted it a little bit more.
How long was she here before she
I
left?
think she said like 2 or 3 years. I think.
Wow, that's not.
I think I
that's
might be
not
wrong.
nothing.
But like, it's a little. That's
It's interesting how much
in
more
New York you
develop
progress a
work.
little bit faster. I feel
I'm
like.
sure.
Like,
yeah.
Because in Connecticut it was only one mic a night.
Wow.
And Monday through Thursday.
That's like what Greenville was.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
And I feel like that's what most places really are.
Mm-hmm. Did they have audience out there? No. Okay.
Maybe one night.
Yeah.
Random.
Yeah.
One time Matt Rife was actually in
Oh yeah.
he was sitting. It was a bar mic
Uh-huh.
on a Monday,
Uh-huh.
and during the weekend he headlined the Funny Bone, I think.
Okay.
And he was just like sitting at the mic, and he was supposed to go up apparently, but then apparently he just saw like the lack of people there and didn't go up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all downside for him. He goes
Yeah.
up and bombs at a bar. It's like-
Yeah. So what do you think about like the stuff that's happening right now with him?
Well,
I didn't watch the special. Did you?
no, I didn't. I think I don't know. I've said I hate him. He annoys me with the how much women like him. And it's mostly jealousy.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, dude, your fans are all fucking like just hot chicks that just
Yeah.
like want to bang you. So like I guess it's a strategy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have seen like some videos that like chronicle like his stand-up career and that he was anything but an overnight kind of story.
He's been doing it
so
for a while.
yeah, he's a
He
good.
started when he was like 15.
Yeah, I think he's a very good comedian.
Yeah,
and
I think
he's.
I don't
like-
think he doesn't deserve it. I think he deserves it.
Oh sure.
But did you see what he did like for his apology?
Yeah.
It was very funny.
Yeah, he did a link to
The
the apology, and it was special needs helmets. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
great.
I thought that was funny.
But it kind of did
I've
make
heard,
his situation
like,
worse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm friends with like people. I saw people in Asheville because that was a scene we, do comedy in, and like more of the, the woke criticism of him is like
Yeah.
he's got a lot of like, I don't know, a little borderline. I haven't even seen the jokes, but they would say borderline hacky misogynist like material where he's like, stay in the kitchen kind of shit. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not offended by that kind of stuff, but I'm kind of like, I'm also not going to laugh that hard at it because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of funny in the
Dude, it takes a lot for me to laugh.
in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Shitting
But
on women.
I was thinking about this like maybe like 2 days ago. Just like if you think of like Rodney Dangerfield and like the way he spoke and the way his jokes were,
yeah.
like they were kind of hacky.
Yeah.
But like I think that's just like how comedy was, and it's just like evolved into the monster it is now.
For sure.
Like not like I'm not calling Rodney Dangerfield hacky. He was one of the best. But like
he was so much more than just the jokes though. He was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like the way like comics would talk and speak and what their jokes about were in like the 50s and 60s. Like it was like you saw where they were going from the start.
Yeah.
With the joke, but I think I mean like everything, it has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think it started at like because those were just jokes.
Yeah, just jokes.
Like now, like comics, it could be a story, it could be crowd work, they could be elaborating on something that happened the other day.
Yeah.
It's much
I
more
feel
than
like
just a
people
joke.
are content whores now too, and like the more content you consume, the more you like want to get at like what's really behind the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think I don't know. Like I don't know. That's probably why podcasting is a thing, or like, yeah.
I think
people like
podcasting is
seeing like
super
the real side of the person, or
Yeah.
like authenticity too. Like
Yeah.
who's the real
Yes.
that kind of plays a little more now maybe
Yeah.
than just like structural joke. Although there are some guys that fucking do jokes that like I fucking love that do just jokes. Like Anthony Jeselnik, those are fucking jokes. Just set up
jokes.
punch, a lot of silence, a lot of build up, just strong ass.
He's so
Mr.
comfortable
X.
with the silence.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Some people I've gotten better at that. I made that like an intention to be like okay with the
Yeah.
silence.
Yeah.
Because or else we pull like a Mark Norman and any silence or comedy. Gay.
So Mark Norman's an NPC.
Yeah.
Dude, he is.
Yeah.
Mark Norman has NPC energy.
I really can't. Yeah.
I feel bad saying that's kind of shitting on him, but you know,
I chuckled.
I
Like,
don't think it's untrue.
yeah. Like when he said, comedy, I was like, yeah, comedy.
Yeah.
Like it was like I couldn't believe he said it, but I could at the same time.
Right. He
But
was basically like
that was
dismissing. Like he probably gets approached so much that he has to. That's
Yeah,
like
he
his
just-
defense
yeah, that-
mechanism. He's like,
Yep.
this is my force field. I'm
Yep.
not fucking letting anybody in.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be annoying.
Yeah.
Like when
I
I
mean,
first started comedy,
to
I would
be-
ask everybody for advice. Like I would literally like say like, "Do you have advice?"
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just at the point where like I realize that everyone just says like, "Stay funny" or "Stay at it" or "Keep writing."
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know, it's
yeah.
just like you're gonna get the same.
Did anybody
shit.
ever give you an answer to that like really stuck with you? Like the best one you got when you asked for advice?
I would say no, just because nothing's like coming to my head instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly like just
Keep doing
generic.
it.
Yeah, just stay
Yeah.
at it. You know.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like with comedy, it's like everybody has a different path.
Yeah.
Like nobody's path is like replicated by someone else.
Yeah.
That's also the hard thing, because like it's not like there's no, just like any other job. Like you get here, you get paid this much. You get here, you get paid this much. You do this training,
Yeah.
you get paid this much.
Yeah.
Like comedy, it's literally just like it's your fight, and it's like literally.
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You could take like notes and pointers from other people, but like you can't copy. Like you literally just have to like throw yourself in it.
Yeah.
Like you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like when I had my
I
first.
could have a stroke or you fucking.
Yeah, man, literally.
Yeah.
But like when I had my first open mic, like I just like the booker just happened to be there and watched my set and booked me on a show. It's like you never know.
Yeah.
So like don't. And I'm being hypocritical, but like I've gotten better at like trying not to think about it too much. And
Yeah.
Just doing comedy.
Yeah.
You know?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, I lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah, no. What do you want out of comedy? What do you want to do? Like if you could paint the perfect path, like exactly what you want to do, exactly what you
So-
want to be doing in like the next 5 years, 10 years,
Yeah.
15, 20.
So the next like year to two goal I would love to be, on shows a little bit more consistently. So I could really like, write all the time and just always be in thought, just knowing I have a show coming. So
yeah.
like, right now I'm like really grateful that I have, and like right now it's only like 2 to 3 shows a month, and like for me I'm ecstatic. with
Yeah.
that. But and that's only a year in, and like I knew from the start like this is a long journey.
Yeah.
Like that's probably the best advice I had is like don't rush.
Yeah.
Just like know it's long.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I was saying is like you just have to accept that it's gonna take a while, and I think in 5 years, I mean, my ideal, like the end goal, like I just want to be a comic who's, going. I love traveling.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is probably a good idea to do.
Yeah.
Just constantly going to different cities and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the goal, just to be able to go to
Hell
different cities.
yeah.
And I literally, all I want is just like small roles
Yeah.
in like movies or TV shows.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I don't
Yeah,
want to.
I can see that.
I don't
You got a
want.
face for TV, movies. Fuck yeah, dude.
You too, Dave.
Thanks, bro.
You know Brian Callen.
Yeah.
So Brian Callen plays a gym teacher on the Goldbergs.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super. He's not in every episode, but
Mhm.
he has his scenes
Yeah.
consistently.
Yeah.
Probably gets a nice paycheck from that. That's all I
Uh-huh.
want, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
Like I said,
that would be really fun, acting in small roles.
Yeah,
and
that's also another reason of LA. It's like,
mhm.
when do you have to make that jump?
more opportunities for
Yeah.
that?
More
Yeah.
industry opportunities. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. No, that's awesome. I think that's what I'd want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's actually all I said was I never set any goals, but I should. But like, just having the ability to do comedy at real shows
Yeah.
consistently,
Yeah.
and like whether that's like on a club level,
Club
like I
level.
mean that's what everybody. I think there's a fucking traffic jam here of like thousands of people who would love to get in at the Comedy Cellar or get in, at these places.
Yeah.
But just to have the ability to do stand up on your own
All the time.
terms.
Yeah.
And just to be able to express yourself and have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then to have enough free time in the day where you're not working elsewhere to like you could develop other cool projects.
Exactly.
Like
yeah. Just like a completely a creative.
right.
person.
I mean, you could be acting for like somebody else's show, like if you got on like a real TV show like Brian Callen, or you could, self-produce your own shit. Like,
Yeah.
try to get
that's
into.
another thing. I want to do like a monthly show.
Yeah.
Voltage comedy. I want to call it.
Voltage comedy.
Yeah.
A comedy show? A monthly?
Yeah, like a monthly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where or when, but I definitely want to start doing that because I'm starting to realize like kind of everyone produces a show. And It
Yeah.
just seems like the way to go.
Alexis and I are working on producing a show.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More to come.
Where do you think
yeah,
you're
we're
doing
gonna have to promote it. It's Toodles in French here.
I think I heard you say
on
that, actually.
Ditmars. Yeah, we had a
hell yeah.
meeting with her today about
Right
like
on.
dates. So, potentially in January we're
How
gonna
big's the
try.
spot?
So it's like a wine. It's like a fancy restaurant kind of. So like the front of the restaurant is I don't know. It's just like a normal storefront, like any size that you would think of, like typical New York storefront type restaurant. And then in the back there's a room that probably you could fit like 30 or 40 people.
Okay.
And
That's pretty, like a little kill box. Hell
yeah, little kill box for sure.
That's
It's
great.
definitely yeah, and I think
feel like that's
the lighting's
that's a
pretty
perfect
good.
number for like a place like that.
Yeah, and they seem super cool. It's a newer restaurant they opened up like this year, so they're trying to get more. They're doing more fun activities.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
they're ecstatic
and
about it too.
They want it.
they're
They like fucking
excited.
want to do it. So
Yeah,
like
that's great, dude.
and we're
It has
starting to get
it
to
has
know.
to be both sides.
And
like-
we're starting to get to know some comics, like some good comics we can ask to
Yeah,
like, do
dude,
the show.
100%.
And weall have to no.
Hell yeah.
No, we brought you up. We're like Jimmy, we got to fucking get Jimmy on this thing.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, dude. Yeah, New York's pretty fucking fun.
Yeah.
I like it so far. I think
Me
it's
too.
good.
Like the story has only been like 2 months, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's just like I've lost a lot of weight.
Have you?
Yeah. Like so
How much?
Probably like 10 pounds.
Okay.
And it's not because I'm eating more than I probably was at home because of all the fucking food places we have here. It's so easy to have every single meal.
Right.
Out.
Whenever you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally whenever you want it.
Yeah.
And yeah, my mom was like, "Are you eating? You look a little skinny." And yeah, she like noticed that I put like one extra hole in my belt.
Yeah.
She's like, "You're losing weight, I think." And she's like, "You eating?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm eating. I'm eating a lot." Like I just said.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because I'm walking so much.
For sure. 100%.
I walk everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I'm walking everywhere right now because the fucking. Did I tell you my car's impounded?
No.
I'll tell you. I guess this fucking nightmare. This is why I said I hated the NYPD. It's because I don't know. These parking tickets in a store.
I hate these fucking offices.
Fuck these pigs. God damn it. These fucking cops. Fuck you, coppers.
That was a Boston accent.
Fuck you. Yeah. Fuck. Firefighters are a bunch of fucking homos. You fucking fat. Yeah.
What happened?
So that was from Departed. I don't mean to be homophobic.
Blame it on the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking.
These fucking homos.
Firefighters getting pussy for the first time in the history of fire. Have you seen The Departed?
No.
Oh God, you gotta watch The Departed.
Dude, I'm bad. I hate
Fuck
get
you
people
fucking
ask me this stuff all the
quiz.
time. Like, you watch this? You watch this? I'm like, no.
Dude, that's
I
like
have to start
Alexis.
watching stuff.
That's like
Yeah.
Alexis. She's a little older than you, but like I got a list of movies that we've like put together like shit to like this is just my own fucking nostalgia, but 90s shit. But
Step Brothers is my shit.
yeah, Step
That was
Brothers
like
is
that movie was kind of like that really shaped my head.
good. Did it?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because that was 2008. I was 6
Yeah.
and I watched that. It's funny. Like after I kept watching, I kept getting the jokes and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
year
yeah,
after
yeah.
year. But
Yeah.
that, I think Will Ferrell had like a big impact on me. I was like, I want to be like the funny guy.
Yeah.
You know? So
Hell yeah. Hell
yeah.
yeah. Okay, wait. So the car getting impounded.
Yeah.
So I fucking drove my car up here from South Carolina. Didn't change anything. Like
What
didn't,
car?
didn't get it registered. It's a Subaru Crosstrek. It's like it's got
Okay.
1 billion miles on it.
those are good cars.
What's that?
Good cars.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
good car. Yeah, and basically, I started to get tickets. You know, parking on the wrong side, depending on the day, or parking too close to a hydrant. And I'm an asshole. Like I don't pay the tickets. Like I'm just like fuck it, whatever. Like I'll get to that later. Before I knew it, I'd stacked up a lot of tickets, and I kind of knew I was
How long
like
have you been here for?
5 months.
Okay.
So I had 18 tickets.
Stop.
Yeah, dude.
Those are like 65 each.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
I know, 18 or 19 tickets.
So it must have been just like the Mondays and the street sweeping thing.
It was that, and it was also, you know, the fire hydrants probably, or
Yeah.
like, you know, if I'm driving in Manhattan, maybe I like fuck
Speeding
something
ticket.
up, or like
It's
I don't know. They
25
just
miles an hour
they
everywhere,
add
dude.
up
It's
quick.
crazy.
So
They do.
anyway, I go home for Thanksgiving, and Alexa stayed here, and I was like, hey, be super careful, but you can. You know, I'm leaving my car keys here. You can use it, and please move the car on Wednesday because you got to move it to the alternate side to avoid a ticket.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then she called me on Saturday, and she's like, David, I have some bad news. I was like, what? And she said, well, the car isn't where I parked it. I don't know. I think it got towed. And I was like, are you sure? Because like sometimes you forget where you parked it. Like, so yeah, the car got towed, and it's impounded now. I went to
Not
the
because of where she parked it, because of the ticket buildup.
both, because she parked it in a legal spot. I think they went to give it a ticket. They realized there was fucking 2019 tickets now.
This guy's not listening.
Right. Yeah,
Take
I'm a fucking scofflaw. That's the term they use. Scofflaw. Yeah. So I go in there on Monday, and it's fucking just they look at how many tickets I have. They write scofflaw on the sheet of paper. They say you have to pay at least the first handful. It's $575. And I was like, okay, I'll pay them. And they're like, wait, what's the deal with your registration? It's expired. And I was like,
Ugh.
yeah, I forgot. It's South Carolina. I moved here a few months ago. They're like, well, we can't let you take the car until
This is NYPD.
yeah, they're like,
wow.
you can't let you take the car with expired license. Like, you can't drive with that. And I was like, well, what do I do then? Because like, they're like, well, you can register it in New York, but then you have to get your insurance updated.
Wait, so I literally going through the same problem right now.
Are you?
Yeah, because I bought a car in California
Okay.
and I left it on Long Island just for this, just in case.
So is it still registered in California?
Yeah, and I kind of haven't got to it. Do we? What,
Is it
do we go to-
expired?
Yeah. Do we go to the DMV?
Is your thing expired?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I don't know. Do not get it impounded because you're fucked then. Like I literally can't get it out right now.
So what do you have? So what do they expect you to do?
I don't know. I guess you could update your registration in California and get updated
No,
tags.
but so the thing in California is you need a smog check.
Oh,
It's like an emissions test, and it's 2 years since I've done the last one, so you need to be there physically. You can't just renew it online,
Oh God.
which is what I did last year.
Yeah, I'm trying to renew mine online in South Carolina.
Well, if you can, then yeah, do it. But like, I
Yeah.
literally I have to switch it to New York or sell
Yeah.
the car.
Oh God.
So I don't, and insurance too. So I think nobody
When you
knows.
go to New York, the DMV, I looked at it the other day. You have to have your title, and you have to have, or proof that you own it. I think you have to have your California registration, even if it's expired.
Yeah, it's my car.
And you just have to have New York insurance.
Okay. Well, yeah, the insurance is California too, so I gotta do both.
Yeah, you got to switch your insurance to New York, and
First.
I guess, yeah,
Dude.
yeah, before you'll let you register.
Well, this will
it.
be the
And then I
knowledge
don't even
for people
fucking
going through
know.
this
I don't
situation.
know. These people are fucking.
Yeah, nobody's. I asked my
Communist.
mechanic. He literally said I don't IDK over text. I was like, thanks.
The
man."
mechanic said that. You asked the mechanic. He said IDK.
He said I swear
Dude,
to God, he said IDK.
New York is like fucking figure it out yourself, asshole. You
Yeah,
fuck. Like,
yeah. I'm just gonna go. I think I have to do it. Like because it's been a month now
yeah.
since it's expired. So I have to go to the. I'm just gonna go to the.
Dude,
DMV.
yeah. If you get towed, you'll be fucked. I think for a little while.
No, yeah, it's definitely not gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's scary though. Did you think it was stolen?
No,
Was that your
well,
first
for a
thought?
second.
Well,
but-
because you had the tickets, so you're probably like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I
The
assumed it
time
was
came.
probably, and I don't know why anybody would steal my car. It's dented up. It's fucking.
How many miles?
170,000.
That's not that bad.
But
First
I
ever.
got it new, like in
Oh, yeah?
2017. So I drove that thing into the fucking ground.
Hell yeah, dude.
Between comedy and fucking sales.
I just reached. I think I'm at like 150.
Yeah.
Toyota though, so
Yeah.
it'll keep going.
Yeah. So I hate the DMV. I hate fucking. Ugh. God, they could not have given less fucks either. It was like I was looking for some Midwest person, like, oh, or Southern person, let me help you. Oh,
Maybe go to Long Island.
yeah, maybe. I don't
Maybe
know. I
that
have to have it towed somewhere, but yeah,
You have to get it towed somewhere.
that's what they said they could do. They said you can't drive it off, but you can pay a private tow truck to tow it somewhere of your choosing. But I don't have a garage to tow it to. I'd tow it to like where, like on the street, and it just get fucking
Towed again.
right. I'd have to like
That's really weird.
yeah.
And that's
I
probably.
don't know where to
cheap
bring it
either.
because I don't have a garage.
Yeah,
Does anybody have a garage? If anybody listening to this has a fucking garage,
it's
we
not like
can-
GTA where you can just go buy a garage.
yeah, I need to. You could buy a garage in DTA.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
fucking know. It's horrible.
But you have to have 10 cars in it,
Oh,
and they have to bring them to Lenny's Customs.
dude, is the insurance expensive in California?
It's actually no, it's like $90 a month.
Dude, it's $400 a month here
You kidding me?
for my.
I'm probably just gonna sell.
But
the car.
but it's mine because it's. I have a fucking shitty record. Probably I have speeding tickets and shit. And
I
fucking-
did some bad things in the past.
yeah, dude.
All right, let's
Yeah, we gotta. We've been going an hour and a half.
I'm down to keep.
Does
going.
that seem like a long time?
I
I thought it was shorter than that, but
I'm down to. No, I didn't mean like that. I was gonna say let's keep talking comedy.
yeah.
What should we talk about?
I got my questions here.
Let's do some questions.
Yeah, and
Oh,
we can wrap
let's
up shortly because we don't want to keep the viewers at home if they're still listening.
Let's start laughing.
Ah,
Let's laugh at each other.
describe your first time being laid.
Try my. I got stories.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, so
you don't have to. That's really personal.
No, I will. I like this one. So, Belmont, right?
Belmont horse track.
Belmont horse track. Bang bus. That's what we called it. The bang bus. So
Did
I
you
got
film it.
no.
What?
Oh.
I thought this was
No. I guess just everyone was hooking up in there. Like, so we would hang out near the picnic tables, and people would go hook up in the bang bus, and it probably quickly got that name.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I got a blowjob in the bang bus,
Hell yeah.
and I walked out with the gal,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't bust because I had like 6 Coors Lights, and I was in 9th grade. I was like, I can't feel anything, dude. This is lit.
Yeah.
So I walked out, and she told everyone that it didn't happen. But my first laid story, yeah, because I told my friends, and she just told everybody it didn't happen.
Like
then
what didn't happen?
That's when I
Like-
switched friend groups
Oh,
because they
Switched friend
didn't.
groups?
I was like, how do you not believe me? And then I went to like,
they said no. She said nothing happened.
yes,
Oh, that's so
yeah.
funny.
And then I went,
the different stories.
yeah,
like
and then I
he
went,
said, she said.
yeah. He said, she said, literally. But my boys were like not back. I was like, fuck you guys. So I went back to like my childhood friends, and they were like,
Yeah.
oh, you definitely got that blowjob. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"My guys." And I'm not lying. Why the fuck would I lie? It's a fucking
Right,
blowjob.
right. Yeah. Why would you? Yeah. Yeah.
But the first 5, so my girlfriend, before her, every time I had sex, I never came. Yeah,
Why not?
because I had a condom on.
Oh yeah. That's
But
yeah.
it was like rough because I was literally like, I didn't have gay thoughts, but I was like, am I gay? Like, I'm not coming.
yeah.
And literally, like, I remember like walking home after having sex with this girl and like watching, like looking up on YouTube how to tell if you're gay. And then the guy was like, the first thing he was like, honey, if you're here, you need to come out of the closet. And I was like, no,
thought you
dude. And that's what I was like, damn, I actually might be. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I fucking love gay guys. I mean, maybe I do. But
Am I
dude,
gay?
yeah. I literally,
How old were you with this?
high
school?
high school, yeah.
This is all within the last like 5 years. You fucking child. Jesus.
But yeah, dude, every single time I had sex, I never came before my girlfriend.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dude. And it was like, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Like, my boys were like, oh, yo, I got to crush this fucking box. And I'm like, I don't even know if I like this.
Dude.
I couldn't
yeah.
feel it.
That's so funny. I hear you. Can't
Yeah.
feel it. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I remember the first girlfriend I had. The first time she like went down and like touched my
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
And like I was so scared. Nothing happened.
Yeah?
Right. Yeah. No erection. No nothing. I was just so freaked out.
Just so-
and she's like,
just
"What's
stage
going
fright?
on?" Like I was like,
You-
she doesn't know what she's doing. I'm like, well, I
Go
don't know.
get Marley.
Right. Go get Marley. Yeah.
Got some Skippy on.
And then I'm just thinking, oh God, I'm sinning, and like all this religious
No,
stuff
yeah,
is
dude.
just coming to your
Dude.
mind and shit, and you're just like, and I, yeah.
Dude, my leg. I remember the first time, like I actually had my leg was just like nonstop, just like shaking,
Yeah.
and you can't control it,
Right.
right?
Right.
Do you remember that?
I mean,
Were you there?
I remember. Yeah, I was there. I was doing it. I was. Yeah. That's why.
But dude, one time this girl gave me. So my garage was like really decked out, right?
Uh-huh.
Like super cool garage.
Yeah.
Like, we had 2 couches in there, like a table,
Uh-huh.
we had smoke in there, got the TV.
Yeah.
Like super, like we just. So in my town, there was like special pickup. People would throw shit out on Tuesdays.
Okay.
I mean, my friends would literally carry chairs from like the other side of town,
Right,
like just
right,
knowing
right,
it's
right.
for the garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. And this one girl gave me head for 2 hours.
No way.
Swear
2 hours.
So
what a.
we
You
met.
shoulda
We
married
met like.
this chick.
But yo, I think at one point I fell asleep
Yeah.
and I like checked my phone. Like I was like, oh shit, it's like 3:00. I swear, I'm no lie, not just like
And you
doing it
couldn't
for the
f- you couldn't,
podcast.
finish it out.
I think I did.
No.
But yeah, it was like
I was about
after 2 hours. But it was just funny because like with my boys, I was uncomfortable telling them that, but I like
Uh-huh.
each like couple months I'd be like, I would go from like, yeah, it was like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, nah, it's like 45. And then when I met my girlfriend, she was like, yeah, I heard one time you had blowjob for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't want to go too deep into that but she was like, I don't know if I would date you or have any interest in you if you took 2 hours to fucking come.
Yeah, that's too much work for. Yeah.
I miss that garage though. My dad is repurposing the garage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. He
Hell yeah.
he put he's like he's so stoked. He bought this like big like round candle that has
Uh-huh.
like the wicks, right?
Yeah.
And so there's like 18 wicks you could
Uh-huh.
light. He's like, I love it. I
Yeah.
go in there, I watch football.
Yeah.
I light it. It keeps me warm. I have my
Yeah.
blanket.
Yeah.
He loves that shit.
That's
dude.
cool.
Yeah.
That is a good vibe. The garage. It's an unused space.
Yeah, because my brother used to skate, so like that we used to have like half pipes on there
Yeah.
in there, so we used to like skate in there.
Yeah.
Like, we used to, like I like the scooters, so I would like
Okay.
take the scooters and be like, get the fuck out
Yeah.
with my friends.
Hell yeah.
He was 7 years older than me, so it was like,
Yeah.
you know, when he was in high school, I was in elementary school, so it was
Right.
annoying.
Yeah.
was
I
annoying
gotcha.
around.
Speaking of that, this is another question of like
Let's go.
kind of a coming of age question. How would your 10-year-old self
I
react?
wasn't coming at any age.
What?
I wasn't coming at any age until now. Go.
Look at this guy. With the one line. Yeah.
I'm gay.
Coming. Like, I would just.
Yeah, Marley.
I'm just kidding. How would your 10-year-old self react to what you do now?
I think he'd be very happy.
Yeah?
I think he would be.
Your 10-year-old self
Yeah.
would be like, yeah.
I think he would be not surprised that I'm doing stand up at all.
Yeah.
I was always the silly guy around my friends.
Mhm.
Which is my friends love coming to see me do stand up.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's
yeah, it's
awesome.
great, dude.
That's great.
And they actually came to one of my shows last month and one this month. And
Do you
I'm
get nervous? Do you cringe?
No,
like,
it got
oh, fuck,
better.
are they going to like it? Or, like, has it gotten better as they
yeah,
come
they're my
more?
boys, and like even if I bomb, they're not gonna
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Like they would still
Yeah.
and shout out to them. They really support me, which is great.
Yeah.
Like nobody's like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Like they're like, oh hell yeah, dude, when's the next one?
Yeah.
Which is sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my 10-year-old self would be really happy.
Yeah.
What about you?
So yeah, I would say. I think he'd be happy.
Yeah.
I think he'd be very confused
Yeah,
because I don't see the world nearly the same
of course.
now. I mean, of course, no 10-year-old would, but like, I don't even.
Imagine we did.
Yeah, I think he'd be like, "Why aren't you married with
You
kids?"
guys want to play soccer later? You
I
guys
thi-
want to go to the pool?
I think he'd be like, 35 seems like old.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why are you where? You know. And
What
fair,
did you want to
point.
do when you were 10?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to.
Like no typical like astronaut or like firefighter.
Right. I'm trying to remember. I was playing football back then.
Oh, okay.
Because I might have had dreams of like being an NFL player. But even then, like you're retired by 35 as an NFL player. Yeah. I think he'd be pretty excited though because I was watching Seinfeld at a very young age.
Hell yeah.
So
Parents big on that?
what's that?
Were your parents big on that?
Parents weren't, but I had
No.
a friend named Ori, and his parents were big on it. They would tape Seinfeld on like VHS tapes
Yeah.
because that was what it was on in syndication.
My
and
dad
they
would watch it every
made
night.
like a catalog and got obsessed with Seinfeld. So
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
dude.
living in New York doing stand up like Jerry, you know,
Yeah.
not on his level, but like just doing it,
Yeah.
you know, and like, yeah,
I think-
fucking. Yeah.
The same way, like
It's
you are with,
cool.
like football. I think like for me, it was like, oh, I want to play in the MLB.
Yeah?
You know,
You're a
I-
baseball player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until-
You played in high school?
Yeah, I sucked. Yeah,
What?
I was awful. No,
Oh,
I was,
bullshit.
I was so bad. I'm
But you played.
an
right?
athletic guy, but I just couldn't connect the dots on baseball. Like all my friends were like, he's gonna throw a curveball. I was like, how do you know?
Oh, you're a pitcher.
No. Like when I was batting, my friends would be like, he's gonna throw a curveball here.
Oh.
He's gonna throw a slider here. I'd be like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
My friends were like big on the stats, and
Yeah.
that used to stress me out.
Baseball, I think, is definitely an above the neck game, and I couldn't handle baseball.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah,
It's an above the net game.
you gotta be chill
Yeah.
in baseball. You gotta be chill. You gotta be like, you're gonna strike out. It's no big deal. Like you relax. You're in the zone. Like I don't know. I didn't have that. I was so anxious. I was like, what do you want me to do? Like mom and dad, you fucking like with football, you can channel that into healthy energy on defense because you take that and you're just like fuck and you fuck people up.
Yeah.
And I was good at football because of that. But
I played football in 10th grade,
mhm.
and I got a concussion, so I didn't play anymore.
Yeah,
But football was like actually like the one sport where I was like, I kind of like this.
Did you really?
Yeah, because baseball for me was like it was always like literally hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like it was like sometimes I'd have a good time, most of the time
Mhm.
I didn't.
Yeah.
But football I liked because like I would worked out when I was younger,
Yeah.
and I loved like being
Yeah.
able to like be stronger than the
Yeah.
next guy.
You got to tap into that Zen vibe.
Yeah,
with
it was
baseball.
dude. It was so funny though. Like I would just like crack kids in practice. I'd be like, dude, what the hell? Like it's just practice. And I'd be like, fucking get on my level.
You would crack up?
Like crack. Like I would like fucking. I was defensive end. So
Oh, yeah.
basically
yeah.
I
played defensive end in college.
Yeah, basically I was annoying.
Yeah.
I would just like crack.
I see.
I would go over.
You go tard hard.
Yes.
That's what we
Yeah.
call
Like,
it.
yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude,
Bro? It's practice.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm practicing for the game to do this.
Good
bitch.
for you. I like the effort.
Yeah, dude.
That's good. I was similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just sports, man.
That's also I think a reason I got into comedy is because I didn't have any like high school peaking with
Yeah.
sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't peak in high school in any sense.
Really?
So yeah, I don't think I peaked still. but,
Yeah.
like, I think
Yeah. The best is yet to come.
Exactly. And that's why I'm like thankful that I got that concussion and like stopped because I like completely changed gears. Because
Okay.
at the time I did half of my day was construction school,
Okay.
and I love working with my hands. I love building stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but like I knew I didn't want to be like a union guy and like
Yeah.
work my whole life doing that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very like very very grateful that turned because
Yeah.
if
Because how did the football concussions turn?
I got a
that, like-
concussion in a car crash.
Oh,
It was like a super
shit.
small. It's
Oh,
like,
you didn't get a concussion playing football. You got
no,
a
dude.
concussion
It was
outside.
actually a really, really small car crash,
Okay.
and nobody else got hurt but me.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I had like headaches for like a year, dude. It was brutal.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I had to like really, and I went to like a bunch of doctors after that. I have a tumor on my vagal nerve, which they found. It's benign, but it's just like it's there.
Uh-huh.
So like even like that was like my whole world got like twisted quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, and that's really when I like my brother was like really into yoga and like
Yeah.
spiritual stuff at the time, so he was giving me a lot of books, which like really helped.
Yeah.
And I know it's like stereotypical like saying, but like everything happens for a reason. Like I held on to that shit, and I still do.
Yeah. What did you learn from the yoga books and the spiritual stuff that he was telling you after
Well,
the concussion?
I mean, mostly it was just like I had to go to Minnesota for like these scans. Like I went to like multiple doctors that never had answers,
Yeah.
and then we finally went to Minnesota, and they kind of knew what was up.
Yeah.
It's benign.
Yeah.
It's just it was like basically it's benign. It's hanging out there. You just got to do like a yearly scan,
Mm-hmm.
make sure that this is okay all the
So
time.
was that like a radical enough life event where it like
Yeah.
allowed you to like internalize some of the like being at peace with whatever happens?
Yes, exactly.
Like, I'm
Because
okay.
the thing is, like it could have been cancer,
Right.
and
Mhm.
I could not be here right now. So
Right.
it was like
It kind of something that helps you like not sweat the small stuff, like other areas in life.
yes,
Like, dude, there's way more important things in life.
exactly.
I could
Like,
be gone any
when my
fucking
girlfriend
second.
like tells me drama about other people, like I'm like I don't care,
Yeah.
and like it's
Yeah.
yes, drama's fun sometimes,
Yeah.
or tea as she says,
Uh-huh.
but it's like
Tea,
I don't
yeah.
care. Like I really
Yeah.
don't want to think about that stuff, nor do I want to talk about it.
For sure.
I don't like talking about other people, and I hope they don't talk about me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not that I would really care if they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely changed things, and I think that's
It's cool.
I
It's
really-
cool that happened.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a good segue because this is. I was gonna ask why you did stand up, and
I think that's a
was
big
this
reason.
part of the turning point where
Yeah.
what
So,
made
like-
you get on stage? Why did you do it the first time? Why did you
So-
get into it?
like I said, I think I was just like always the funny guy in the group, like me and two other people. But I think I was I used to sit down and like write, and be like, I think I'm not too bad at this.
Yeah.
And I did like sketches with my friends in high school, and I loved it. I loved writing it. I loved watching it like happen, come to fruition, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did it when I was 17 at the comic strip.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, I did it twice.
Okay.
And those were the 2 weeks right before COVID, like
Mhm.
March 12th, 2020,
Yeah.
and everything shut down.
Uh-huh.
So I was basically in my head about it after that until I started again.
Yeah.
But what made me start was definitely that.
Yeah.
I think I can confidently say that really like turned
Yeah.
because if I didn't have that concussion, I would have been like still obsessed with football.
Yeah.
And I probably like
Just obsessed with what everybody else is obsessed with in
Yeah.
that time of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I probably would be in the union right now.
Wow.
I
Holy
think.
shit. Does that scare you that it could have gone a different way?
I wouldn't say it scares me, but it's definitely like, damn.
Things happen for a reason. Yeah.
It's true, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I love stories like that. There's so many people that I feel like in stand up have like a fucking something happened
Yeah.
to catalyze why they did it.
Yeah.
And
I don't like when comics like really like dive into like, oh, I'm so like my life is so bad, or like I hate when they try to make it too sad.
yeah.
You know?
Of
Like
course.
they're like, oh, I'm so like depressed, so I just need to go up on stage and like,
Yeah.
and it kind of makes this like stigma around comics
I
for
agree.
the audience that make it like, oh, these people are all sad.
Yeah.
Like
It's awful.
yeah, it's like most of us just want to do this because we like love
Mm-hmm.
funny and love
Mhm.
comedy, you know,
Yeah.
and love like joy in life. It's like,
Yeah.
and yeah, some comics maybe like their shtick comes from like, you know, hard
Mm-hmm.
your past traumas or some stuff.
Sure.
But like, I don't like when they like do that stigma too much. I think
Right.
it make it
Your
al-
job is to make them laugh. you
Yeah.
know? That's
it also
it.
makes me question it sometimes. I'm like, am I sad? And that is it? You know? But it's like, no, it's not the case.
No, it's fun as fuck.
yeah, it's fun as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was like when all that stuff happened. I was like, all right, this is short. Like
Yeah.
we're only here for a little bit. Like let's have-
Yeah.
and the Grateful Dead like that also too. Like
Yeah.
so like when you go to Dead shows, like everybody's like dancing, like nobody's watching,
Yeah.
and like I was like, I want to be
Yeah.
I want to be that weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I remember
the,
like
the whole concept. I have a theory about that of like, if you can get to a place where you can dance like nobody's watching, that's a sign of like, okay,
you don't
you
care.
kind of get something about
Yeah.
the universe.
Yeah, no, yeah,
like
you're right.
if you're the people that sign up and do karaoke, the people that
Yeah,
like
man.
just let themselves, and that's
Yeah.
cool that environment exists at Grateful
Yeah,
Dead.
I'm
concert,
so-
'cause
that's another
that
thing
just
I'm grateful
shows you're
for.
not inhibited. You're comfortable with
Yeah.
who you are. You love yourself. You
yeah, dude,
you
exactly.
love others.
And the Grateful Dead, like there's so many documentaries and like so many stories, and like my uncles and I think I told you this, but like everybody like was a Deadhead.
Yeah.
Like I had no other chance, and
Mhm.
I'm happy with that.
Mhm.
Like my uncles would go to like 300. They both went to like just near like 300 shows.
Yeah.
Like one of my uncles went around, like he was selling bumper stickers at each show to
Mhm.
get like the $7 ticket.
Right.
They recorded each set, so I have like all the cassettes that they recorded on.
Mhm.
And the Grateful Dead allowed that. They
Mhm.
had a section for people to record
Mhm.
because like that was like their way of promoting.
Yeah.
And at first they were like, should we, like most any other band like was putting out stuff in like studio albums. So
Mhm.
like we don't want people like recording our stuff. We have
Yeah.
studio albums coming.
Yeah.
But the Dead, like their stuff was so spaced out, and they like thrived from the live stuff
Right.
and
Right.
the experience of being there.
Right.
But that I remember like it was like 3 years ago in Saratoga, I just saw this guy like dancing like crazy. I
Yeah.
was like, he does not care. And I was
Yeah.
and also like I had this buddy in high school who like could talk to people and like talk shit right to their face,
Yeah.
and his face wouldn't turn red, and he'd be like, yeah, you're a fucking pussy, dude. Not even like some random shit like that.
Yeah.
But I just love not caring.
Yeah.
And then it ties
yeah.
back to the like the floating ball thing. It's like it doesn't matter. That's why I love the comedy shop. They have that little thing next to the stage that said it doesn't really matter
Yeah.
with the space in
Yeah.
the back, and it's so
Mhm.
true.
Mm-hmm.
So
It doesn't really matter. The
Yeah.
floating ball thing. What did you mean by that?
just like we're on a
We're on a
floating
floating
rock.
ball.
Yeah, it can't be
Yeah.
that serious, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, you're so lucky to have had that realization that young.
Yeah,
That's
man.
fucking cool.
I'm very grateful for
That's
it,
fucking
seriously.
cool. I don't know. I have a documentary to
I
recommend.
try to share it as much as I can with
Mhm.
other people, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
That's why I love
Um,
stand up too. Like, and I know it's like the typical, oh, I just want to make people happy. Like, no, I do,
Yeah, yeah.
know, and
for
that's-
sure.
and
For
that's the only
sure.
reason I want to make money is to like give most of it back.
Right.
And I'm not just saying that to like, you know,
No, that's
say it.
yeah. You keep that attitude. I think that's what you're supposed to
yeah.
do.
And I think if I have that attitude, I think it could be rewarded because it's pretty
Mhm.
selfless.
Mm-hmm. For
And
sure.
yeah, I want a fucking summer house for me and my wife.
Yeah.
You know, I want that,
Right.
and I would love to get that, but like, I don't know. I just like a lot of people around me like grew up like with money, and like
Mhm.
everyone around them has money, and like, you know,
Yeah.
some of them go to school with kids with money,
Yeah.
and like I can't have a good time knowing that like half the population is not having a good time.
Right.
You know, so if like I can make money and give a lot of it back, that
Right.
made me feel a lot better.
Right, by making them laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's so cool. I'm jealous. Like
Yeah.
I had the realization of this like at 30.
Yeah. Well,
But-
at least you had it. You know?
Well, it was because like I put my head down and did the plan of like what everybody, you know. I mean, I made choices, but like it was basically, you know, make money, make as much as humanly possible, and save and invest, and like, and I accomplished a lot. I hit every goal I set for myself.
Yeah.
And then I was like miserable.
Yeah, dude. It's
Miserable.
crazy.
It was almost worse because I was like, fuck, I got the shit they said
Now
would
what?
make you happy. And I'm like, now what? I don't know who I am. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I want to do with my
Yeah.
life. And I was like,
It's really, dude. You hear that stuff all the time.
mm-hmm.
Where
And it was
people, They
COVID.
chase money and they get it, and they're like, now what?
Yeah.
You know?
Because you can it's not hard to game it out in your head. Like, okay, like let's say I had $20 million sitting in the bank. Like what, you know, and what would you do? Just buy more shit? No, you're not going to have an answer then. So like work on finding out the answer now while you're saving money. And then when you get enough, you'll be able to do what you want.
Yeah, dude.
But like if you don't know the answer, like what do you want? Like fuck, it's hard. And I still don't know exactly.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I
we
know
ever will.
stand up is a great one to
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever
to
know the
busy
answer, you
yourself
know?
with while you're
figuring that out.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I don't see ever stopping stand up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, you gotta express yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like I said before, just like the only thing I could wrap my head around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Every aspect, all the behind the scenes shit.
For sure, dude. Well, we can probably wrap here because we're at 2 hours, bro.
Look at us, dude.
2 hours. Look at
Hell yeah.
us. Look at this. This is pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. These are all kind of dumb.
Throw one.
I mean, we covered a lot of this.
We did good.
Music.
Yeah, we could talk for another 4 hours on the Dead, but I'm not
yeah.
gonna do that.
I don't know if I can hang because I gotta study up on the Dead.
Dude, I could give you some cassettes.
give you some cassettes. I don't have anything to play it with.
Oh, that's true. I could give you I could loan you the player for a night.
A boombox.
Yeah, if it has a cassette thing, it'd be great. It's awesome to hear it
Um,
live and everyone cheering in the back.
What does the world need less of?
Money.
Less money.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
What does the world need more of?
Love, dude.
Love.
Less money, more love.
Less money, more love.
100%.
Yeah, that's.
It's just
good.
like I don't know, man. It's just like so many people like
all you need is love.
that was big for me too.
Beatles.
Yeah, that's why I have my girlfriend and I'm just like locked in. I'm good.
Yeah.
My first girlfriend, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah.
We're good.
Hmm.
Like I was like, and the Dead like emphasized that too. Just like, all what's the song? It's basically just like, yeah, all you good lovin' is
Yeah.
the song. All you need is good love. Like literally, it's so true. But like, what's society like that? Like once you have love, and then you have careers, and you
Yeah.
have your lives, and you
Yeah.
know, they have this, they have that, and then that stuff gets like disheveled and confused.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, like the end of it, it's like there's the love's still there. but
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
the world we live in. It kind of like sometimes can hide that, and I think
For
that's
sure.
why like a lot of people get divorced.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
No. I don't. So quick was with that.
He was like,
But my perception of God is just like the universe is God,
sure.
and then like everyone, people live in different places, come from different parts of
Yeah.
the world, and that was just everyone had their own interpretation
Yeah.
of the universe and called it different things, and
Yeah.
for
sure.
yeah, that's what I think.
I might. I don't know.
It
Don't
would be a
know.
lot easier if it was, but it's just like the whole evidence and
Yeah.
the what happens with priests and
Yeah.
how
It's
they,
tough.
like you can't be gay, like that's just like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I have the dogmatic forms of the religion literally interpreted. I have a big issue with all of that. And but I will say, I don't know, the things that seem to be really, really real and matter in life seem to kind of point to a direction of purpose, and I don't know
Yes.
what to make of that. Like things like really good, friendships, really beautiful moments, things that happen like when you're dancing without anybody watching, when you're just like in sync with something, whether it's a frequency,
yeah.
an energy, like there's something that lights up a human. There's like light behind the eyes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you're
Like
right.
we talked about dogs, or like with humans.
Yeah,
Like
you're right.
there's something about consciousness and these conscious experiences, and then when you behave out of fear or when you behave out of love, that like seems to sync things up in a way that I hope there's more than just the.
There has to be.
I hope there's some kind of
Yeah.
after you die something.
Yeah.
That's what I hope, and I hope
I-
it's beautiful, and I think there's a good chance there is something.
Yeah. So like just as the way as like we got here, we had to have come from somewhere. So I think we're going somewhere after. Like there's no way it's just like black curtains, that's it. You know? Like I
Yeah.
think I think we just turn into something else
Yeah,
and just come back,
yeah,
you know? But like there could be a whole nother universe where there's like a, you know, not even planets, just squares. I don't know.
right,
But like you
right.
don't know. But like
yeah.
that's also I don't think it would be good if we knew.
There's a really good podcast with Lex Friedman and Donald Hoffman about the nature of reality. That's really fucking trippy.
Yeah.
It's kind of about
I hate
how
to when I get stoned. Sometimes I like really like
that one will trip you out.
yeah, no, I'll be like, oh my God, like what happens? No, like it'll really scare me like a
Yeah,
lot. I'll be
yeah.
like, damn, like it just
Yeah.
like close the curtains. This is it.
Yeah, his thesis is trippy. I won't do the whole thing, but it's essentially that we're living in the Matrix because of the limits of our five senses. There's so much shit we can't
Yeah.
see that like we don't really know anything. Even the laws
Yeah.
of physics that we think we are like pretty rock solid. Like there's you eventually run up against a wall and you can't see beyond it, but we know there's shit beyond it.
Yeah.
So it kind of plays with that and how
And-
consciousness, we don't have good theories to explain consciousness.
Yeah. And for with that, it's like, yeah, when people are like, oh, you know, we're living in the Matrix. It's all like, it's not real. Like, okay, if it's not, all I know is that I'm gonna have to wake up every day here.
Right.
So I'm gonna have fun while
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Fun.
Like even
is,
if that is true, it's like what I do know is I'm probably gonna be here for like 70 more years.
Yeah.
So like let's have a little bit of fun right now.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
and that was another thing like Jerry Garcia always said is like I've opted for fun in this lifetime. I've always loved
Yeah, Jerry Garcia of the Dead.
lead guitar player.
Yeah. No, I think fun is like that's what it's about.
That's a word that's got to come back.
Fun.
Fun.
Have
Faded,
some
it faded a
fun,
little
dude.
bit, right?
Yeah.
Have some fun. That's all
Have
it's
some
about.
fucking fun. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the meanings of life. People ask me like, have
Yeah.
some fucking fun. Have
Yeah,
a laugh.
I had
have
a show like 2 weeks ago, and one of the comics, she's a mom. She's a little bit older,
uh-huh.
and she was talking to me before, and she could tell I was like a little bit nervous. And she like right before I went on stage, she like grabbed me by both of my arms. She was like, "Have fun." And I was like, and that really it did help.
Yeah.
And that's the
just
I think,
have fun.
pretty sure that's the night I got the clip.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah. Do you know Rory Scovel?
I don't.
Amazing comic. You need to watch him. He's from Greenville, South Carolina. He's pretty famous now. He's
Yeah.
in movies now,
Hell yeah.
and he's very much. I think he's a pretty spiritual guy, but he's like
Yeah.
about not acting out of fear, but acting kind of in faith. I guess he's not religious, but he did this thing where it's a documentary, Live Without Fear. It's on YouTube.
Oh,
and
I love that stuff.
yeah,
I
and
totally
he
watched that.
improvised 5. He booked the what's the name of the theater in Atlanta? What's it called? It's not the Improv. It's I don't know. I'm not gonna remember the name of it. But he booked this theater for 5 nights and sold it out all 5 nights. And he was
Really?
doing 100% improv material for an hour every
Wow.
night. And they show him like before he goes on stage, he's hitting a bowl. He's like fuck, like he did this, but he's like this is gonna be. And
I love that idea.
And
dude.
right before he went on stage, he was saying this thing to himself, and he said, "Just be fun, just be fun, just be fun, just be fun.
Yeah.
Don't." And yeah,
Was it like
that's
crowd work
terrifying.
vibes or like him like acting like improv like?
it was crowd work. Anything he could think of from his day.
Oh, so
anything he
not
could
like an
draw
improv like
upon.
scene with other people.
No,
Just
no,
him.
no. It was improvised stand up.
I
So
love
like
that. I
no
love that.
prepared material.
I love that.
Like he never went into bits, and yeah,
That's
And
great.
He like he does improv shows in L.A. now. It's called the Whatever Show. He'll
That's awesome.
Again,
Whatever
celebrities will
show.
pop in, like Conan will come in, or like just
Yeah.
people. Like he's got a network.
Kind of
of-
like stand up on the spot.
dude. Yeah,
in a
I think
sense.
Rory Scovel is one of the funniest men in the world. I think he's like top 5 comic.
Cause I'm like kind of getting into that like a little bit. Like I've gotten like when I first got to New York, my like goal was to like get comfortable
Mm-hmm.
and like just totally not that I'm not completely myself on stage yet. Like I
Yeah,
like I can do like impressions and that I've kind of fell away from, but I really would like to get back into that.
Yeah. You ever just go up and just talk?
Yeah, lately
Yeah.
I have been.
Yeah.
And like I've been like
Yeah.
because I'm a social guy and like I've like not like studied crowd work, but like I watch a lot of stand up, so like
Mhm.
I don't understand crowd work, but like I see where it's coming from and like
Yeah.
what happens, why it's funny.
Yeah.
So I just like all it is, it's just like it's talking to the person right there. And
Yeah.
like chances are they're gonna say something like mildly off, but with 20 other people around you two talking,
Mhm.
you could make whatever they say like way funnier than it should be.
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Right. Yeah.
Like the other night at an open mic, like this guy was going up and he kept saying Dell, yeah. Dell, yeah.
Okay.
And I went up and I was like, what were you saying before? Because I literally thought I like stopped
Yeah.
understanding English for a second.
Mhm.
And I was like, what were you you were saying what?
Yeah.
And he was like, Dell, yeah. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
And that got like a big pop, and I just like kept going into it with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he like coaches like youth basketball,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, and the parents are okay with that? You know? So it's just like I
yeah,
like
well, he's not swearing, but he's weird as fuck.
yeah.
He's
Hell
like,
yeah.
he's a pickle guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like dive into the more like witty side and comfortable side of comedy, and like, but I
Mhm.
really like I've succeeded at that a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but like now I need my material has to catch up,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure.
And also moving to New York is like I got to talk to everybody. I'm meeting everybody, and that too I did a pretty good job at. But it's just like
Hell yeah.
now my material I have to write. I need to write like
Yeah.
a lot more
Yeah.
and bring my stuff up to
Yeah, craft it,
yeah.
mold it.
Yeah, because
Forward.
in the past I gave up on stuff too quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I still do that. But
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like it's
man.
something that'll never go away, but I need to stick with bits,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think now that school has 2 more weeks, once that's out of my head,
Yep.
because that takes up a lot of real estate in my head.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think once that's over, that'll be like a huge weight off my shoulders.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, good shit, man. You're graduating.
yeah,
It's
thank God.
yeah, up and coming comic. This is awesome. This is good. But we probably got to wrap
Yeah,
now.
no, this is 2 hours.
2 hours. If you're still with us, thanks for listening.
Hell yeah,
This is
dude.
fucking great. Do you have anything you want to shout out? Like,
I have a show on December 14th at Carroll Gardens in Brooklyn.
hell yeah, this will be
and-
out before that. So
Yeah, sweet. And then December 21st, I have a show at Stand Up New York.
shit,
And
yeah.
that's it.
And you work at Stand Up New York, so
Yeah,
if
I
people
work
want
at
to come
Stand Up New
out,
York.
support Stand Up New York.
Yeah, if you want to come give me a
shit.
hug, I'll give you a kiss.
You'll see his
Whatever.
smiling face,
Exactly.
ripping ticket, working
And
at the, working the
every
door. And
every
produce-
Thursday 5:30 open mic at Stand Up New York.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just did it.
He
I just
came.
did it last night.
He came.
It was the
Crushed,
shit, the
murdered.
streets.
He murdered and
I
crushed.
murdered. Yeah, he's talking about.
It was
yeah.
fun. It has a good energy.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little bit low in the numbers yesterday, but it's only the second week.
Yeah. No, it's
It'll
all
pick up.
good. It's all good. And social wise, you have I'll link your Instagram for sure, but do you have
Yeah.
anything else like a YouTube channel or
No.
shit you want to shout out?
In the eventually Voltage Comedy will start picking up, hopefully.
Mhm.
Yeah, right now it's just Jimmy McCullough _.
And then just the Instagram is where
Just
you want
Instagram.
people to find you.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And TikTok's the same handle, I think. I only have one clip up there right now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
but-
link the TikTok below. Follow him on all the shit. Jimmy's the
Hell
man.
yeah.
Check him out.
You're the man.
Yeah, appreciate you, dude. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.
Once that deal is done, ain't got no more bows to run. Once that deal is done,